apparently the Friday Night Lights got hit by that meteor, and that's why their avatars aren't working at the moment. So the avatars are not working at the moment. I'm aware of that. Hopefully they will get fixed here shortly. Technical issues are currently affecting the avatars for the Friday Night Lights. Couple things before we get started, though. If you know someone who wants to play in a GMeric game, send them my way. I'd love to talk to you about getting either into a one-shot or getting on the waitlist for a campaign. I've got some really cool projects coming up in 2025, and I'm excited to share those with you guys. So send me messages if you're interested in playing. Also, those announcements will go first up over at patreon.com/GMeric. Go check that out. We got a lot of fun stuff up there. We did a reveal of some art earlier this week. Also, the GM tip videos and archives go up over on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So if you do watch those, do hit it a thumbs up. It does make me feel nice when I see those thumbs up in chats, messages. So do toss those in there. Also, tonight we will be doing the drawing for the clip contest. And the prize for December's clip contest is a drinking horn with a nice coffee-style lid on the top. And we only have like 20 entries. So there's a good chance the people who entered will get a chance to win. Also, as we're going through lore, etc., we have a new wiki over at toivoarpg.com, and it's going to be really neat to go up there and check things. They're all cross-referenced, etc. So as we go through the adventure, go ahead and check that out. You can actually access the stream right there on the front page of toivoarpg.com. Lastly, we have the Sagaeos Edition t-shirts available over at gmeric.com. And the Punch Aimer in the Face pillows are now available there as well. If you want one of those, go pick those up. Those are special editions that got unlocked thanks to the efforts of the raid on Akeda, as they were successful. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get you guys started here. I'm going to put that link to the wiki here in chat. Cool. Well, we're going to go ahead and get you guys rolling because you guys can't play some D&D. We've got a lot to cover today. You guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, we are down here in Grindavik, where you came at the behest of Gert Frost in order to solve an issue. Well, Kerfix is not supposed to be on the screen. Why is Kerfix on the screen?
What are you doing here?
Perfect. How are you breaking the fourth wall?
Kerfix is not supposed to be here.
What's up, homie? You're back at the mansion.
Why is he there? He's not supposed to be there at all.
He says, I'm going on an adventure.
He has left and gone to Akeda. If you guys wanted to see what Kerfix has been up to, he is at the adventure with the 16 players, 1 GM that happened on the 29th. So go check that out. It was a lot of fun.
You're fucking nuts for doing that. Damn.
But as you guys came to Grindavik, you solved an issue with a cathedral that had popped up in the city to the god Cateus. In your efforts, you managed to rescue Kerfix, who had gone missing. You've collected his sword and returned the sword to him. He used it to great effect upon the raid on Cateus, and now you guys have made your way back to Matilda's house with a friend, we'll call her. An associate?
Friend.
An individual of questionable attire, we shall say.
Hey, I dressed the best I could. Oh, you mean her, not me. Okay,
In the form of Niam Dorcadas. As you have just walked into the dining room after having gotten somewhat refreshed, she's going to walk over to a chair, and after the butler allows her to scoot in, she smiles and... Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, it was actually Granak that seated her last time. Don't ask me how I remember
I believe
that.
you're correct.
You are correct. And she gave me a whole lecture about it, too.
Indeed. So, what's for dinner tonight, Matilda?
Ooh. Dude, I'm actually not sure. Matilda's been eating Granoc's cooking for so long, she's half expecting, like, travel rations.
As you
No,
look
no,
around,
no.
the butler comes in and will go ahead and start serving a Salisbury steak with green beans and mashed potatoes.
What?
Oh, hearty food.
I
It's
don't know.
it's sort of like a hamburger steak. It's
Do you know what a
delicious.
meatloaf is?
Vaguely, I have heard legends of this meatloaf, but never.
Imagine a meatloaf
He
that you
sings
fry
music.
instead of bake.
Okay, I get you. Yep. Oh, nice.
But with a sauce. That's the big key about the Salisbury steak.
Yeah.
I think with Nami out there, it's pretty saucy anyway.
She smiles at you. That's a good one.
Thanks. I don't have many of them. I'm gonna sit down and start eating.
It's so delightful to sit down and have a proper dinner in such a gorgeous house. How do you tolerate it, Matilda?
Zoe's gonna awkwardly
Tolerated.
start
This
eating.
is my home.
But you eat like this all the time.
Oh no, most of the time I'm actually out on the road with these guys.
Indeed. How
Sorry.
interesting. Why would one willingly leave this luxury?
Why not? I don't understand.
Well, if everything's provided for you, what is there to want?
I'm Matilda's just like not comprehending the question. She's like, well, somebody can give you everything, but did you really earn it?
Oh, well, I suppose not. Are you saying this is all thanks to Daddy?
Yeah, my
Here
parents
coughs
built
up
this
his
house.
drink. Hearing him referred to as daddy.
This is my family home. Yeah. So if I'm going to be worthy of all of this, I have to prove that I can earn it.
Oh. I'm sure you're going to do just that. After all, you saved me from the depths of that horrible temple. And she's going to pierce one green bean and place it suggestively into her mouth the long way.
Oh my god, no! Oh.
He chokes on his food as he starts laughing.
As she purses her lips, the green bean disappears and she smiles.
You good there, big girl? And
What,
looking at
me?
Matilda.
Are you? Yeah, the food's delicious.
Indeed. I haven't had good green beans in ages. Oh, I'm so used to the canned ones, you understand?
Canned?
Indeed. They're rich in iron. It makes one
Why would you
and
put them in a
she's
can?
miles hard. Oh, to preserve them, Matilda. You understand, we want to ensure that we have food for later. Not all of us are as
Oh.
privileged as you to have fresh food at our beck and call.
How's the steak?
It's
Matilda tenses her fingers over her plate, it leans forward. So how's the steak?
I'm sure it's going to be delicious.
Yeah, why don't you try it?
She takes her fork and ever so gracefully pierces the steak, and then pulls the knife up, and with only 3 fingers on the knife, will slice the steak expertly. Either she's putting on airs about not being used to this, or she's exceedingly good with a knife. Or both.
You are all skin and bones. Why don't you just work on finishing that?
Oh, thank you for your concern. How nice to have someone who cares. You all care, don't you?
About what?
Is there something wrong?
She takes a hold of her glass and takes a slow, deliberate sip from her glass of wine. As she swirls it around in the glass, her eyes glint with a cold, calculating fire as she sets it down on the table. The soft clink of glass against the porcelain echoes in the quiet room. She leans back, her fingers gently tracing the rim of the glass, and lets out a breath like someone releasing a long-held secret sigh. Well, you see, I've been thinking about what that means. Trust and betrayal. Her voice is soft, yet laced with venom. It twists inside you like a splinter that burrows deep, embedding itself in places you never thought could hurt. But it does, dear Matilda. It does. It doesn't just sting, you see. It carves away at your very soul, leaving you only with a hollowed-out version of yourself. She looks directly across the table at Matilda, a small, knowing smile curling at her lips. I'm sure you understand, don't you?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really? She looks around the table. Is anyone not paying attention to what's going on?
Zoya is trying to eat quickly to get away from this strange woman.
Is everyone else paying attention?
Kira's
Yeah.
paying attention, but he's like trying to keep his head down and not attract attention.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrannus is just looking at his food now, at the whole thing of, like, betraying trust.
She looks over at Hecken for a moment with a glance. Hecken, are you paying attention at this?
Yes, and I finished my meal and I'm writing down things about what she says.
Oh,
That's why you altered it down.
dear.
Your hands were busy.
You look curious, Hecken. Tell me, do you understand what it's like to be betrayed? Have you ever been thrown aside, made a pawn of someone else's game? I suspect you haven't. Not
I could tell you, but you're just going to
yet.
keep talking.
Really? Do tell.
No, you like to speak so much. You keep going.
No, I want to hear. Tell us who broke your heart.
Oh no, I just thought I got put in a puzzle once. I was made a puzzle piece. Came to mind. Some nasty guy with shiny lines on him that we killed, I think. It felt good to get revenge on him, but yeah, every story I've read, never works out well for the person seeking revenge.
Really?
Killing the fun.
That's a shame. Perhaps you should hear more stories. I suspect you haven't felt betrayal either, have you, big guy? As she looks at Greenock. Not yet.
He would sit there still just like mid-meal, kind of raise an eyebrow. I would not believe so. Most of my life I spent with my family up in the mountains up until fairly recently when I left.
Really? Tell me more about these mountains.
Well, What do you specifically want to know?
I'd like to know all about how mountainous they are. As she leans over the table a little bit at you.
Stop treating Greenock like he is one.
She looks at you. Isn't he? He's such a strong man and so tall.
And I don't think that he is one of my party members that is for you.
Really? Am I not good enough for him?
You're good enough to finish your food.
I'm also wondering, Brenna can speak for himself, Sawyer. Big dude's not dumb.
I never said that he was, Tyrell.
No, I appreciate the concern, though, little one.
Zoe would go back to eating her food.
So, tell me, what kind of people live in the mountains, Granak?
Other than my family, mostly just a small village of humans. They treated us well.
So coexistence without betrayal. You're so fortunate. I, however, haven't been so lucky, as she takes a bite of the steak from the knife, not the fork.
Dude.
Are you trying to get us to ask you about your betrayal?
Ask? Oh dear. If you choose to. I'll tell you, but I won't force it. I'm more curious about yours. Has someone betrayed you, Kier? You're the one who I sense the most in common with.
Me?
Yes. I sense
Here-
a broken heart, a hope shattered, and a way lost.
Here looks down at his food and says, I don't know if it counts as a betrayal if they never pretended to have any good intentions from the start.
Well, why did you take up with them then, in the first place?
I felt weak and scared.
Big
wanted to change
orc
that
like
about myself.
you felt scared. Why ever would you feel scared, Kier? You can take care of yourself, can't you?
Well, I kind of couldn't, and frankly, there's a lot to be scared of.
Like what? Girls? Like me? Or others? And she smiles at you with a glance at Matilda.
Yeah, girls, well, girls. No. But, take one step on a merchant vessel and suddenly you got guns pointed at you.
Oh dear. Which merchant vessel did you step foot on?
It's gone now. Whatever, I don't even remember what they pretended it was called. But that was how my captain got me. I was leaving home, trying to make my way in the world. Found a merchant vessel, was going to hop a ride to adventure and such, and once we left port,
ride. Ah, what a thought. Hopping
sense
a
at the time.
ride. Oh dear boy, I'm so sorry. Just so naive.
he pouts.
Now, who's this horrible person who betrayed such a cute man?
Again, I'm not sure it counts as a betrayal, but if... And he thinks about... He pauses for a moment and he thinks, well, do you know Ashlyn Delise?
The knife, for a moment, slips before she catches it in her grip. I've heard the
Oh.
name.
Insight check.
Insight
Yeah,
check.
same.
Go, my pretties. Roll your insight checks.
That's a good. That's good enough.
Not me.
14.
Not me.
Probably not me either.
Tyronius. She recognizes the name.
Is she intimidated by it?
Cautious, not intimidated, but acknowledging of the power there.
Okay.
Listen, I don't know how long you were trapped in there,
Well, that
but
depends.
do you know anything?
What day is it?
Thursday?
Oh.
It's always a Friday here.
It's always a Friday here.
It's always Friday, the Friday Night Lights.
Hey.
Granok would give the actual proper date of whatever day of the story it is.
Well, it has been a while. It's been about 40 days since I was taken.
Have you eaten since you were taken?
No. Maybe
Question.
why this food tastes so good. Or perhaps it's due to the skills of the chef. Regardless, Matilda, it's delicious.
Matilda is carefully keeping track of the fact she has eaten 1 green bean and 2 tiny pieces of meat, and she's just like, yeah, maybe you should eat more.
I have a legit question though.
Matilda's about to start throwing food at her just to force her to eat it.
I
Defend yourself.
got a legit question though.
Yes.
You said 40 days.
Yes.
Was the temple of Cateus in Grindavik by the time you were captured, or were you in a different location? Because it appeared out
Oh
of nowhere.
no, dear. Your name was Tyronius Evilite, if I recall.
Yes.
Of the Ryport Evilite. No, I was far away from here. Far away. And that's what brought the betrayal to my mind. Been thinking about what it exactly means. Betrayal. The word's disgusting, don't you think? Just the way it blows like slime across your tongue.
I mean, it's a disgusting act, so yeah, kind of fits. And he's gonna finish his food, like the last of his steak, with a piece as long as his muzzle and just chomp down on it.
She's going to cut another piece and very slowly place it on her tongue before allowing it to go into her mouth.
Has she got a normal tongue, or is it like black and pointed and forked?
It's not forked, but it's a little longer and more pointed than you're used to.
He said
Oh,
to the Dragonborn.
He is an elf. Maybe they just come that way.
And it's
Do you say that?
pierced.
Okay. With what?
A
A
silver
knife, what do you
stud.
think?
Huh.
Damn. Marina's just chews and swallows.
Zoya's gonna finish off her food and stand up, saying thank you for the food, Matilda, and she's gonna head off to her room.
Strange. I suppose the conversation wasn't to her liking.
Well, we have had a pretty long day.
Indeed.
We didn't get our butts kicked, though. That's a good sign.
Indeed, do you like getting your butt kicked, Tyronius?
No, thank you. It's what it's what this is for, and he's gonna just put his tail up beside him.
Oh, I didn't realize it was prehensile. How exotic.
I thought all tails were prehensile. Okay.
No, Tyronius.
What, they're not? Huh.
No.
Well, since we were discussing betrayal, I was thinking about it. What twists
betrayal.
and burrows. Her gaze lingers for a moment and turns away, her eyes focused on the flickering candlelight in the middle of the table. I once was a woman of great power. A woman of purpose. I suppose I still am. Do you know what it's like to have the world at your fingertips? I know Matilda does.
No
What?
thanks.
Just at your fingertips, and then have it taken away by someone better and stronger and faster than you.
That's not exactly a betrayal.
It's the same thing.
No. That's competition. That's a loss, not a betrayal.
Posing as a friend, though, is a betrayal.
I had magic swirling at my command, Matilda. Do you think that I would have brooked competition? No.
Why not?
Why? Because
No,
the
why not?
powers which I was working with don't exactly embrace sharing.
I'm not sure I understand. Friendly competition makes everybody better.
I didn't say mine was friendly. I'm not as fortunate or privileged as athletes in Grindavik. Some of us don't grow up in mansions. Some of us
All right,
grow up
so
on
Matilda
the
takes
streets.
she takes her cup and she puts it down a little harder than really intended, and she's like, "Okay, look. Half an hour ago, you were bubbly, excited, chatty, oddly so, and now you're obviously hostile. What happened? What is wrong?"
I had a bit of a think.
Uh-oh.
And I think...
And you're mad at me for this?
No. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. In fact, I believe I've said it many times. Thank you, Matilda Kip. And thank you for the dinner. And thank you for rescuing me from that horrible place. I am truly grateful, and I owe you my life.
It just seems like you're really upset about something, and
I am.
I'm sorry, I'm not very good at nuance, if you haven't noticed.
Fine.
So it's frustrating for me to try and pick apart what you mean. It seems like you want to say something, but you're not quite ready to, and I'm patient, I can wait, but it also seems like you're angry at me because my family owns this house. And it's hard to sit and listen to it as somebody who grew up here, who loves this house, who loves the people who work here. And it just seems like you're mad at me because you're here, because you've been given dinner, because you've been given a place to stay for the night.
No,
I'm confused.
you'll
Please
have to
explain.
forgive me, please, Matilda. I am sincerely sorry if that's the impression I was giving. You see, I almost almost had all of this sort of thing, perhaps with a slight change in decor, at my fingertips. I almost achieved what your father has worked so hard to provide for you. I had it at my fingertips. I was ready to retire and be comfortable. No more selling of my body on the streets. No more making deals for power. I had it all. I had it in my fingertips. And she clatters her fingernails together just a little bit. It was right there. And then it was snatched, taken from me, just like that.
By this drow that we're chasing?
Yes. At least that's how they presented. Lyrian Corvith. A name I will never forget. It's a name that I curse now, and will continue to curse until they're dead and forgotten.
Can you get that name spelled out, please?
Yes.
Nice, I can.
He has to stay in character, don't worry.
Her fingers twitching as if they're itching to cast a spell. Her name. She's got to be the one behind this whole plot. She's the only one who
rival?
knew.
So she's not the drow that seduced you and betrayed you?
No. He's no doubt a patsy. An individual hired to obfuscate her intentions. Probably to keep her safe in case I detected the poison. After all, if I had, I would have torn out his throat and served it with a side of beans.
Out of character, why beans?
Fava beans?
Canned beans, apparently.
And beans. Please, tell me she doesn't eat canned spinach too.
With the can, I guess.
Anyway,
Yeah, back on track. So are we, just to get down to business here, are we changing the terms of the contract and changing targets from the drow who poisoned you and captured you in the temple to Lyrian Corvith?
No. The contract still stands. I want him in order to get to her. And I want him alive, preferably. It's easier to question people when they're alive than dead. When they're dead, it takes so long. Doesn't it, Grenek?
We never got the name of the drow.
Oh.
We just got that she wanted us to get one. That's kind of where we ended the session as well.
we just need you to get a drow, goes out into the streets and kidnaps random man. Here you go.
Well,
we know where one is in Nausha.
His name is Alaris.
No second name to go for it?
Not that I'm aware of.
Male drow don't usually, unless they belong to a very powerful family.
Oh shit. Okay, fair point.
And he wouldn't belong to any powerful families except for by slavery. You understand that Lyrian probably owns him.
Well, if he is a slave, does he have any identifying marks, brands, tattoos?
The left side of his head is shaved. He has a scar across his right eye. and I assume he has a brand on him somewhere. Lyrion's very fond of inflicting pain. But I
Start with
didn't
a witch
get
eye.
into a situation where I could inspect him fully. You understand, Matilda?
So then,
Not really, but thank you.
I
for the
didn't see
information.
him naked.
Thank you.
Left side of his head is shaved,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
right
left
eye.
side of-
right eye.
Yep.
is it the traditional white hair, red eye combination, or
Not red eye. Violet.
You're
violet
right
eye?
or my right?
His
He's right.
right.
How about we find him, both of them, and we go, nice and easy.
I'm sorry,
Why are
repeat
you
the
like
question.
this?
Like, pardon?
Repeat your question, your statement.
It was just a joke. It's like, hey, if we catch him, we can scar the other eye and just make it a set.
Indeed. It'd be delightful to do that, but do keep him alive. After all, we want to use him to get to Lyrianne.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. I do have one question though for Matilda and whoever's still with us. I feel like we should report this to Gert Frost that the cathedral's taken care of, and before we go gallivanting off to find anything, we do need to probably take stock and see if
Get
we can
paid, resupply.
You're right. We have to finish up this current job, and then we will
I can send
immediately
a
set out
message.
on the new one.
Well, that's the thing. I can send a message to Gert Frost and see if she wants to meet us somewhere, or if we want to use the teleportation circle to go back to Nausha. But the madam here would probably be best to. I mean, if you want to come with,
Madam. Oh dear boy. I haven't been a madam yet. I tend to be more of the working class.
Tyrannus is for the first time looking absolutely, actually clueless back at Matilda and Kia. Huh? I don't get it.
You see, in my profession, the way that I've had to make money and make ends meet, Tyronius, some of us have to sell our bodies, and sometimes there's a middle person who's referred to as a madam.
Oh! Wide eye, just looking straight ahead.
Pull that foot out of your mouth.
Also known as a female pimp.
I was gonna say that, but, I didn't know if you'd slap me or she'd slap me, pointing to Matilda. Look, Matilda, you've hit me a few times. I'm not gonna say it's not deserved. I'm just saying. Anyway, but yes, the point.
Recently.
What was that?
So it hasn't been recently.
Anyway, but the point I wanted to say, just sort of finish, is like, if we want to go to Nausha, if she wants to come with us, I don't see any problem with it. But yeah, if you want to do the shopping over here, I don't know if Gert can pay us here or in Grindavik. I can ask that.
Gert?
But yeah,
Gert Frost.
correct. She's the one who sent us to take care of the cathedral.
Really? Now that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I
Are you
didn't
contemporaries?
What?
Contemporaries? We don't exactly travel the same circles. You see, Gert's quite a bit of the celebrity from where I come from.
Which was up near Shu, right?
No,
I'm thinking of something else then.
I come from Fluiden.
Oh, that I've heard. Oh, fuck. What an opportunity.
Really? I didn't think you were up for that sort of thing.
What sort of thing? Okay, let me explain before anything. Like, let me take my foot away from my mouth. There's a Dragonborn in Wrightport who is part of the consortium. He also recommended that I go to Fluid.
Oh,
to,
you just
Fluid.
said, oh, fuck. And I just said, what an opportunity.
There's face palms, never mind. I'm chewing that size 13.
Well, Tyronius, you understand that Gert Frost is quite the celebrity in Fluiden since she retired. She retired from the Batim. She left her position there in order to gallivant around.
Just remind me that Batim is the governing body of mages in Fluida, right?
Indeed.
Oh, I've got it in one, out of character. That's interesting. How does she do that?
Well, she retired for whatever her reasons were. I couldn't possibly fathom that. After all, the Sultan is very generous and very kind. Perhaps there is something to do with one of her students. After all, she did have so many teachers' pets.
I was not one of them.
No,
I was.
I don't believe you were. You don't come to mind when I think of the school, Tyronius.
Does the name Deus Strom come to mind?
Oh, yes. How do you know him?
He's also part of the consortium. I've
Really?
interacted-
Deuce Strom is part of the Longstriders Consortium. Oh, haha. How delightful. Ah, I had no idea that the consortium had fallen so far.
Tony's just any emotion, just deadpans.
But no,
Consortium
I'm
is
familiar
in
with
all
Gert
that.
Frost, although she's probably not familiar with me. You understand?
Perfectly.
Well, so you're working for her as part of the consortium, and you rescued me and the mighty Kerfex, the big, strong bull.
The job was to deal with quote the Katea's temple.
What?
Between you and Kerfex was just a side bonus, I guess.
Well, I'm glad you consider me to be a bonus.
Anyway, Matilda, Kia, Granik, and Hecken. Sorry, I don't mean to forget you. You're new to the group. Listen,
We didn't forget you, Zoya and Gur.
yeah, Gur, I imagine
I'm still
somewhere.
here.
I thought Zoya left.
Yeah, Zoya's in her room, but I'm here as a player.
Yeah, don't
Oh.
worry. It's hard to forget you. I can do one sending spell to either Gert or to someone else in the consortium. Let them know of our updated situation. Probably just do it to Gert. That might be the best one. Any other things that we should probably mention, or
Well, I would mention
mean,
Lyrianne. After all, I'm sure Gert Frost knows her.
yes, that was someone I was considering. I only have 25 words or so though, so
Oh,
how are we considering it?
then don't bother mentioning me. I'm inconsequential.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I'll make sure to mention you as well. After all, you were one of the people that we rescued. I'm sure Gert would be thrilled to know. And I want to roll an insight check on her. If she's honestly being like, oh, don't worry about me, or if she's trying to dodge it.
With a 20, she is both not wanting you to mention her, and she honestly believes that Gert Frost would not recognize her.
Okay. Look, I'll be as honest as Matilda wants me to be. Is there any particular reason that someone at the consortium or Gert herself would not want to hear of your rescue?
Ooh, well, that's a very generalized question. I'm not sure I can answer honestly. I can actually, I can answer honestly and sincerely. I don't know. I don't know who else in the consortium, Tyronius. I know that there's a lot of people in the world who would be displeased to hear that I was out. But I have no ill will towards anyone, as far as I'm aware, at the consortium.
Okay.
Now, between you and me, if the consortium involves themselves with Lyrian, then I'll be going to war with the consortium. You must understand.
I do, but from the sounds of it, it's not like something that the consortium would do. I'm no authority to speak on it, but I will consult someone who was better connected than myself, and not Gert Frost. If she answers. I
Well,
don't know.
a powerful magus, a sorceress like Gert Frost, not answering? Perish the
I didn't
thought.
say I would ask Gert. Anyway. So, if that's all the same to you guys, sorry, I've got to get this written down. What should I say? In regards to the message, guys, anything?
I abstain. I know nothing relevant to this.
Okay. Hang on, just
Yeah,
type
aside
this.
from just, yo, we did it, and also this lady's looking to hire us for this job.
Hang on a second, I'm trying to find where Eric spelled her name. Shit. Anyway, just keep going on without me. Tyrannus is just scratching stuff down, like on a piece of paper.
Okay,
That way we can keep the scene going without me being.
right.
I'm assuming this is the name you're looking for.
Thank you.
Niam Dorcadis, and it's Niamh.
Niam.
H. M.
Oh, it's
H.
MH.
Yes.
Okay, so H at the end.
H is at the end.
My dyslexia.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Lose
So his
my
artwork is not working. I don't know
dyslexia.
why hers is not working. Everyone else's is.
I'm screaming internally. That's
Damn it,
that's a
Bubble
bit
Lazy.
funny.
Damn it, Bubble Lazy, your art's too good. It's broken the internet.
I've rebuilt it 4 times and it's just not popping up right now. I don't know why.
No.
Also, yeah, Heckin, if you want to try and write it down, stick within 25 words. That's the only criterion.
Do tell me what needs to go in it.
Like what Kia said, we've got the job done. We've got a
We
woman.
saved Kerfex, that should probably also be noted.
That's true. Got that. Saved Kerfex. Saved a woman who wants us to go after Lyrian Corveth. Used both those. And basically, like, how do we collect payment? Do we do it, in Grindavik, or do we come back to Nausha?
Be nice to teleport back to Nausha to get and then spend payment.
Niam is going to finish off her steak at this point.
Does her belly actually distend? Like, sorry, I'm just joking.
No,
but like,
it does not distend.
I'm like, she's so rail thin. Does if she ate anything, it would like press.
She
against
took
her
very
spine.
small bites, and her corset keeps things in place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're pronounced
If Matilda
dainty
notices
bites.
you staring, she's going to smack you in the back of the head.
Who?
Matilda catches you staring at Dorcadis' torso, looking for it to distend. So you get whapped upside the head, Tyronius.
Tuning fork. Ding. I went, see? There it is. Okay, so... the only thing I would say, and I hate to do this almost because that is very nice of you, Heckin, I would say probably mention Lyria over Ilarius, because much like...
Oh,
Nimit
yep,
said-
sorry.
No, it's fine, it's fine. We want to try and do the, the big, the queen bee rather than the little fish.
Change the "How are you, by the way" to "Introduce yourself."
Yeah, I could just say Tyronius here.
No, Heckin. Heckin
Oh.
introduced himself. He's new as well.
Oh no, well Heckin doesn't. What does Heckin have sending?
No.
No, I've only got it because of this, and he pulls out the big tome and just on the desk.
No, I'm saying like found new party member Heckin
Oh.
instead of "How are you, by the way."
I'm so glad we all speak the same language at this table.
I have a question.
Found bird Heckin.
What's your question, dear?
Our current employer was going to be in Cordred Gruel, right?
Was she? I feel like Quarter Gruel is where.
Yep. She said she's heading that way.
Okay.
Off to Grindavik.
That's interesting. Why would Gert Frost,
that?
a chronomancer,
No,
go?
you said you're heading that way.
Well, yes, but you said Gert Frost was headed that way as well.
Well, that
And that
is what we
interests me.
heard, but we didn't ask why, because it's frankly not our business.
Oh, such a shame. I would have been delighted to learn why such a powerful mage was going to a place that I was going to.
Oh, lovely! You can come
Well,
with
if you're
her.
contemporaries, and she sent us on this job to rescue you, maybe you'll be able to thank her.
She actually mentioned me?
No, but mages are confusing and obfuscate things, and she did send us on the job, and we did find you, and you do know her. So
As you're
I don't
saying
know,
this, her
maybe they're
smile
connected?
keeps getting bigger and bigger. You've just been flattering her.
Okay. I'm just gonna interrupt and look at Matilda. It's like, Matilda, do you want a backhoe for your to dig this hole, or
What?
you just?
What hole? I'm just saying, you guys were talking about trying to find Gert Frost so that we could get paid, and that's where she's going, so that's where we're going, right?
Well, I was gonna say, let me send a message. She might be able to respond, properly.
I don't know. She seems like kind of a big shot. We might have to just go there and find her.
What's the harm? At least she knows she's got one tick off her mind. So, has anybody got any objections to this? And gonna look at Heckin. Note the final one. Job complete. How do we get paid? Saved Kerfix. Saved Nami. Dorcadis wants us to capture Drow.
Nami.
Look,
I'm
bad
glad that
at
he's referring to her as Nummy. That's awesome.
I love it.
Look, I am bad at pronunciations, and that's something that bleeds
Hey,
into Tyronian.
if
Why
you want to call her Nummy, that's up to you. I'm not going to stop you.
Okay, I would be proud.
Yeah, whatever. Wants us to capture the Drow Lyrian Corvette's pawn. New party member, heckin' good. Which I'm just keeping in there because that's just going to give her a little pause for a slight second. But if you can get a second with a chronomancer, that's all you need. No? Anything? Nope.
Sounds
I'm
good
gonna
to
start
me.
casting it.
I can't stop you.
Yes, you can. You fucking hit me upside the head.
Lightly.
No, I mean, that's instructions.
Oh, you mean you need me? And Matilda makes a fist. You need me to hit you in order to cast sending?
No.
It's
if
like
you
a
want to
maneuver.
stop
It's a one from overseas. You understand? I believe the man's name was Heimlich.
I don't think they use a fist for that. I think they whatever.
For the record, you
Okay,
do.
I'm gonna
Just saying, you're supposed to. Yes.
Oh, right, Heimlich. I'm thinking of the other thing, which is you bend them over and crack the spine with the palm. That's not. Anyway. All right. If anybody's got any objections, speak now or shut the fuck up.
I'm not there, so I cannot object.
Cool.
Right.
Starts casting sending and sends that message off to Gert.
Okay. So job complete. How do we get paid? Saved Kerfix, saved Neon Dorcatus. Wants us to capture Drow Alaris, Lyrian Corvitz Pawn, new party member, Heckin Good.
And the
Yep.
good is beyond the word count because Hecken's not a perfect writer yet. So
Understood. So just Heckin at the end.
Yep, that might the honest to God thing is that would probably provide more context than if it was just heckin' good.
All right. Interesting.
Thanks, I try.
Cool. Let's go ahead and get this message sent back to you.
Right, because this is all in my head. I hear voices.
The number you have dialed is no longer in service. Please.
We're reaching out to contact you about your cart's extended warranty.
I am so going to do that at least once in this campaign. Just
We've come to
fucking-
contact you about your carriage's extended warranty.
Just fucking do that to Amir. We've come to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Dial-up modem noises.
Oh,
There
God.
aren't cars in
Punch him in the
Toivoa.
face. Oh, crocky, that's fucking funny.
Badoo badoo.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Phenomena.
Phenomena.
Copyright
David
strike.
There you
Brain
go.
Cell.
Okay.
There's your message back.
Tyrannus is going to actually laugh before, like again. So, fun fact about Tyrannus: when he's focusing on the message, his eyes slightly cross.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
That sounds like every spell you cast.
Mm-hmm.
Listen here, you little shit. Listen here, you big shit. Alright, so we got to go back to the consortium for our payment. Chelsea even advised to restock. Good news is she doesn't remember doesn't know who you are, so you're safe. Pointing to Lyrian is dangerous, be cautious, and who is Heckin?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, I know, but that's what she said.
Ah.
Look, I can only cast this once per day, and the little shit that lives in the little devil on my shoulder, because let's be honest, there's a big devil on my other shoulder. It says it's so great that I only have one sending per day, because this is so much funnier. So, now the question is, what's the time outside, Eric?
It would be about 8 p.m.
Right, a little bit. We could make it back through the teleporting circle, but yeah. Or do you want to spend another night in a comfy bed, little miss, Your Highness? And he makes a big bowing motion to Matilda.
Which Neom is going to just raise an eyebrow at, knowing that Matilda could knock him out in one punch.
Hey,
One punch.
I knew it was coming.
do it.
Listen,
do
you can't set up the alley oops like that and not expect 5 of us to dive head first at it.
All we
I
need
won't
is a
leave a
yellow
bird hanging.
jumpsuit, and Matilda's set.
Matilda leans
Who says he
forward
needs a
with an
yellow
elbow on
jumpsuit?
the table, puts her chin on her fist, and looks across at Tyronius and says, "You're real sassy for somebody who's very easily thrown out a window."
Hey, I've always wanted to fly, and I have a spell slot for it too.
Really?
Yeah.
Defenestration. Auto defenestration.
She slowly meets eyes with Matilda and raises an eyebrow.
I'm just going to say it
How
probably
far do you
wouldn't-
think I can throw him? Let's see. No.
No.
Not
We have a
today.
lot of
We
modifiers.
had-
Her hands begin to go apart.
I have a better question for the both of you. How will the guard react to a young bronze dragon?
Well,
Also, who says
What
he
do you
needs a
mean?
yellow jumpsuit? He's already yellow.
this is Grindavik,
Matilda.
isn't it? The guards here probably would kill the dragon before asking questions. Isn't that right, Matilda?
Right.
What? He's not a dragon, though.
Well, he asked the question, what would happen if a bronze dragon appeared in Grindavik?
Well, dragons are. I mean, I suppose it would depend on the circumstances.
The plan that's going in my sassy, smart-ass mind is that you throw me out a window, we see, and before I hit the ground, I turn into I polymorph myself into a young dragon.
Well, I suppose if you just turn around and fly away, you'd be fine.
Yeah, but I don't think doing that in a fortified city, especially the middle, would be a good idea. Like you said, I'm sassy for someone who's so easily thrown out a window. Just gives the biggest toothy grin.
I do just need 15 minutes before we leave, if that's okay.
We leaving
Before-
tonight in the dark.
We're going to get some rest, and we will leave in the morning. But first, I
Cool.
think we all need something sweet to eat. I know I do. Or do you not eat sweets?
Oh dear, I haven't had good sweets in so long. But I'm so very, very full. I'm sure I couldn't.
You can have it sent to your room.
Oh. Well, you could just have it sent. She pans her eyes across the table. Is anyone going to meet her gaze for her to send the food to their room?
No.
He has gaze?
Is she gays? Is
I'm
this
sorry.
a female
I'm
gaze?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Just
I apologize. No.
You lose 2 points.
Why?
I guess you did
What point? What points? Hit
If
points.
you have to ask each, then you already lost.
Yep.
Yep. Does Kia keep eye contact?
You didn't make eye contact. Are you joking?
Here's allergic to eye contact.
No, that's true. That's true.
Well, I would love to have some kind of dessert. Whose room am I sharing?
Sharing? Nope, buddies. No.
Sorry,
I'm
I
gonna-
don't
I'm gonna-
understand.
I'm gonna just stand up and walk to Matilda and just put my hand on her shoulder, lean down and whisper. She's probably looking to sleep with someone tonight. And whoever's room she goes into is where she's going to get the food sent to. And just pats her back.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we've already set up a room for her.
Then tell her that. She's being
No,
coy
I've
and
already
playful and
asked.
blunt.
I mean, you'll have complete privacy. We have a guest room already set up for you.
Really? Oh. How exotic. Thank you. You're too kind, Matilda.
Looks like you get your choice to pick then who you crash into, and Tyrannus is going to fold the book up and walk away.
So, her room would probably be up in the, like there's small rooms up in the attic area
Right.
where servants sleep and stuff. They're not very big, probably only about, I don't know, like maybe 10 by 10 feet. They're just little rooms, or 8 by 10 feet with a bed and a
Enough to
little
have the
dresser.
necessities.
Yeah, but it's completely private. The door shuts and locks from the inside, so she'll be safe in there and won't have to worry about anybody walking in on her.
Okay. So, you gonna have the butler escort her up there?
Yeah, and probably also send up one of the desserts too. It's a little custard.
What? No whipped cream and or chocolate syrup?
No, it's a little baked custard, probably with some sort of cream on top.
Oh, Pippa would not be sending a custard to a room without some whipped cream and a bit of a caramel.
At the minimum.
At the minimum. That's what Pippa's going to be sending up. Like, more likely she's getting a full creme brulee.
Damn.
Zoya's door would
Something
be
innuendo.
closed.
So, Neom
As
is...
she's leaving,
Yeah.
Hecken's gonna cast slide into DMs to her.
Okay.
Say to Neom. I'd like to chat more. Just gonna explain her room, what room she slept in last time, and say meet me there in an hour.
You'll see the head nod gently. And she will sashay out of the room. All right, so she went up to her bedroom, leaving most of you guys still around the dinner table here.
Oh no, Tyrannus is Tyrannus is gone.
Okay. Matilda?
Matilda's going to offer to help carry stuff into the kitchen for Pippa.
Oh,
She'll
Pippa
probably
won't
get
have
turned
that.
down.
Pippa's
I know,
going
she'll
to
probably
pat
get
you on
turned down,
top of
but
the head.
offer is made anyway.
She's going to pat you on top of the head and slap you with the towel.
Okay, I understand.
Now,
So-
Tilly, eat your custard. Remember, you need to get those muscles as big as they can be. Otherwise, you're not going to win next time.
All right. Matilda just scoops everything out of the bowl at once, just eats it. And all right, I'm gonna get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Thank you for everything, Pippa.
Sure. What do you want for breakfast?
Ooh, let's see.
Anything
About
from the market?
50 No, something that'll stick to our ribs. We're gonna be on the road.
I think I can do that.
I appreciate it.
Sure.
Thanks.
Absolutely. And that woman who was here, she seems fun.
She's interesting. I mean, just let her stay for the night, and she'll probably go on her way in the morning. Just for tonight, though. Like, if we're not here, and she tries coming back, I don't know. No.
Lace breakfast with pickle juice. I got it.
What? Out of character. What?
She's hired us for a job, which is what we're going to be on our way to go do.
Oh,
So,
an employer.
yeah, but I think it would be weird for her to, like, stay here.
Yeah. I don't think your mother would take that too well if they came home and found her here. I have the feeling she would flirt with your father.
I have the feeling she'd flirt with anything that moves, but,
Really?
yeah.
She bites her lower lip and goes into the kitchen.
Pippa! Pippa, don't!
Pippa, confirmed gay.
Pippa, you can't!
Why? Bisexual.
No, Pippa is obviously Pippa is pansexual. She lives in the kitchen.
Oh, goodness gracious.
She's
And then he left of his own accord.
Yeah, alright.
I saw the sweating and I fucking took it.
Okay,
we
well,
were trying to
Pippa,
dodge the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
really, Pippa, no. Pippa, yes.
Granak, that's why you're different from Tyronius. You have standards.
Alright, well, Matilda's, with that, Matilda is just going to go to bed. She's going to sleep.
Yeah, I've DM'd you what I'm gonna do, Eric. If that works, one way or the other.
All right.
I have a key question before I start saying what I'm going to start doing. When I got the thing that you sent me in the DM at the end of last session, a couple weeks ago, did I already touch it?
You have not touched it, but you have it in your possession.
All right,
If
so I
you'd
don't
like
know
to,
if it's cursed yet. Cool.
correct. And we can explore that if you'd like. It's ready for
No,
you.
no, hence why I had to specify if I've touched it yet or not specifically.
I was specified.
I specify. I'm gonna go knock on Zoya's door before the end of the evening, hoping she hasn't gone to bed yet.
You could hear a ruffling of feathers, and you could hear a voice. Who is it?
I think everyone else was saying what we were doing as well, so I'm just stating my intentions and letting Eric dictate the order.
Go ahead. We can do Zoya right now. We'll go to the rest of them
Okay.
here in a moment.
Cool. So Granok will open the door, give a little wave. Good evening, Zoya.
Hey, Granok, and she'd be sitting on the edge of the bed.
Actually, at the end of our adventures in the temple, as we were grabbing Kerfex from his weakened state there, I found one more thing as we were leaving. He'll kind of put his pack down. Use whatever like cloth / bag he'd already used it to grab it and secure it and open it up.
Okay.
Can you post it in the D&D chat, or should I just post it in the Discord?
Go ahead and post it in the Discord. I can't put that graphic in the chat at the moment.
Coolio.
Oh, the law fiends are there.
Copy. Over here. I found this.
God, that's horrifying.
It's legitimately hard to look at.
And we're not posting it because we don't want Gur's player to get disgusted. So
Should we probably re-upload that with a spoiler warning? If
yeah.
It's a link, by the way, Granik. If it's a link, Granik, by the way, just put the double lines on either side of it.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, I guess I'll just delete it.
Horrifying.
Repost
And
it.
Zoya would just look at it. Her iridescent eyes sort of swirling as she looks at it.
Oh, God.
Each wall of death.
Why did it? Oh well.
Hang on. So if you put it on,
I got it.
Here, I'll do it. Oops.
Yeah, just go ahead and nuke that real quick before Gur sees it.
Done.
Thank you. All right.
There we go.
Thank you. All right. So he's produced a box that is made of bones. It has in the center of it a multi-layered skull. It has multiple jaws to it. It is gross.
When did you pick this up? The temple was crumbling.
Again, as it was crumbling and as we grabbed Kerfax, I noticed this there where it was where the caster guy was, right?
Correct.
I'm not just making that up.
Correct.
Got it. But I haven't actually touched it yet, so I assumed it was going to be cursed, but before we went to bed, I figured it would be a good chance to use the last charge of the goggles.
Oh, yeah, sure. And she'd hop off the bed and go to her backpack, opening it up and pulling the goggles out.
Cool.
So right now, is there anything else you want me to look at?
Not that I can think of. We've already had everything else around us identified, or else already touched it.
Okay, I'll go and take a look at this. Do you mind sticking around for a moment? It shouldn't take too long.
Of course.
Okay, and Zoya would slide the goggles on, and she'd turn them on.
Okay. So
Would the box be cursed?
it is not cursed.
Is anything on the box or indented in the box cursed, like the skull?
No.
And Zoya would slide the goggles off and just put them back in her backpack. No, it's not cursed from what I can see.
For the record, we got
Not
Zoya's
for
artwork.
sure.
You want me to identify it?
What about the thing? on the back?
Sure. I thought for sure if anything was going to be cursed, it'd be this, though.
Yeah, sure looks like it. And Zaya would rub the pearl. Actually, Zaya's too tired for that. So Zaya would rub the pearl on the necklace that's underneath her cloak, and she'd touch the box, casting Identify.
Okay. As you cast Identify, you detect that there is a magical trap on the box. Not a curse. But should you be
triggered by
able
touch?
Nope. Should you touch the box and utter the wrong magic word, a spell will be released. Uttering the correct
I've
magic
touched the
word.
box.
Yeah? Touching the box and uttering the correct magic word will open the box. What that arcane lock does, that's going to be a puzzle for you to figure out, and there is no way for you to determine what the password is.
So Zoya would her eyes would go wide, and she'd still be having her hand on the box. And she'd just look at Granok, not saying anything. She'd just be silent, staring
He's
at the
sitting
box,
there
looking
staring
between
at
the box
a
and
little bit
Granok.
frightened.
Yeah.
So it was. You do have to be touching it, though.
Yep.
From
I
what you
do
said?
have to be touching it to identify it, and I'm assuming if I take my hand off, it activates as well?
You don't know.
I don't know, darn. Well, Zoe's gonna be keeping her hand on it and just looking between Granok and the box, just like...
She's looking at it as if she's
Uh.
currently touching a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, Zoya's living her life duct taped to this thing now.
Yeah, so I kind of look at you. Well, maybe.
And she'd
put
use her
some-
other hand to be like... She'd point to herself and then put a finger over her beak, being like, I'm quiet. Something along those lines.
Maybe take your hand off of the box?
I'd shrug and just still look a little worried. And can I
I'll.
cast Silas's Hinder Fate?
You gonna cast Silas's Hinder Fate? Okay.
Yep, as a cantrip. Good.
Sure.
I'll display that.
Awesome.
And I'm going to slowly take my hand off the box.
All right. As you take your hand off the box, a surge of dark energy washes through the room. We're going to go ahead and have a saving throw here. I need to pull up the saving throw for this.
Wait a minute.
Would you like to hold the saving throw for either you or Grenek?
I would like to hold it for Granok.
For Grenek. Awesome. Cool. So this is a Constitution saving throw. It is a DC 20 Constitution saving throw. If you fail your saving throw or your concentration, Zoya, you will be taking damage.
Okay,
So-
Constitution saving throw.
Of a DC 20, please, Zoya.
One. I would like to use my inspiration.
All right.
There's one
Oh, shit.
sword!
No, you got it. You're in the room with me.
Huh?
That's plus
I'm
one.
in the room with you! Woohoo!
All right.
He's
So
on miracle.
What's the
the total
This-
damage for this is going to be 23. You're going to take 11 of that.
and what's the spell concentration check?
It's a DC 10 Constitution in order to hold on to the Hinder Fate.
Okay, DC 10.
Granak, you've been granted inspiration.
Let's go.
All right, so Zoya is able to hold on to concentration as that wave of dark energy from this box pauses in midair right in front of you, Granak.
They're fine.
Granok, you might want to get out of the room. Like,
With her, yeah, I was gonna say with her saying that I'll leave the room, I guess.
Okay.
And do you close the door after you?
Yeah.
And I'm going to release the Hinder Fate.
Well, here's the fun part. I have to
Yeah.
ask a lovely question of Matilda.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Matilda?
I'm scared. Stop breaking my house, you guys.
Are the walls of your house lined with lead?
The heck? No.
All right.
Oh god, no.
So I need Matilda, Kier, Hecken, and Tyro to also make the same saving throw.
What?
Roll it, baby!
You guys are within 60 feet of the box.
Oh, please tell me that Pippa is further away than that.
She is further away from that. She's down on the first floor.
Con save?
Yes, please. All
Oh,
right.
wait, con is my second best
Is
save.
it a poison?
It is not. This is necrotic damage from Circle of Death.
Is this the same
Bullshit. That's what it is, Matilda.
Would anybody like my inspiration?
Heckin' probably.
I have to beat a 23.
I'm not gonna
No,
do
it's
it.
20.
A 20.
It's 23 damage.
Shoot. You know what? I'll take it. I'll just eat the damage.
And then I'll
Because
sleep.
I was not. I was not prepared for this. I'll eat the damage.
Nom 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 nom.
It
So
was
it's 11 points
delicious.
if you save.
Yep. So, you take 11
And
if you
then-
saved.
Better believe Matilda's coming out of this room and she's mad.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
is
Tyrone
my
is-
is my room still filled with like darkness?
Nope, it's a pulse outwards.
Oh, okay. Yay, my art's working on stream. Yay.
Yay.
I think you should be more worried about the ass whooping you're about to get.
Look,
You hear a door slam, Zoya.
Saying, yeah, Tyrone is.
Zoya's gonna. Zoya is going to. I'm assuming the box is still on top of this cloth that Granok was holding it in.
Yep.
So Zoya's gonna like wrap the box back up in the cloth, grab it, and skitter under the bed.
Matilda, as you come into the room, can I get a perception check? Zoya, you get your stealth check.
Sure. Stealth check, yes.
Can I
I was
also
gonna say
get
I was
through?
gonna meet Matilda at the door.
Okay, you're gonna meet
Yeah.
Matilda at the
There.
door, okay?
I was gonna say. like, if-
Don't blame her. I had her to help me try to identify an item that I found as the temple was crashing down. It wasn't cursed, so we thought we'd try to identify it, and then this happened.
Zoya's hidden by a hair or a feather.
By a feather, yeah.
You're just barely hiding.
It's like she just tucks her wings under her cloak just before the door opens.
Look, wait, what? So we're not under attack?
No. It was something I found in the temple. I had her identify or look to make sure it was not cursed with her goggles. It was not. So I had her cast identify on it. When she did, she got very quiet. When she tried to remove her hand from the box, that happened.
Okay. Two things.
I'm going.
Two things. First
Okay.
thing, is anybody hurt?
I was about to say I'm going to go check to make sure everybody is safe.
All right, Matilda steps out of your way. Lets you go do that.
Well, the door is still closed unless Matilda opened it, right?
Yep.
I thought. Okay, so yeah, Matilda will step out of the way. Let Granok go do his thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go search through the area, make sure
Okay.
either both party members and staff are fine.
Sure. The staff is fine. They were all too far away. Hecken, however, is injured.
Well, so is Tyronius, but.
Yep, Tyronis is as well.
And.
Everyone's gonna
Guillaume,
have a boo boo.
Did everyone have more than 23 hit points?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. So, everyone's still alive, but afflicted by the Circle of Death. Do you check on Niam?
Again, I check on everybody.
You go check on
I do
her.
a-
She will tell you, I'm very good. Thank you.
Head tilt with an insight check.
Okay, roll your insight check. With a 17, she's not deceiving you at all. She's not even trying. Apparently that had a inverse reaction for her that made her feel really good.
Got it. Undead doing undead things, and that was what
I
thought
never
it was.
said
Leave
undead.
with no words.
I have never said undead when it came to Neom.
Right,
However,
that's just what my character has deduced from people not asking very good questions, so my notes empathize that.
very well.
It's in quotations as undead in my notes.
Understood.
In my notes, it says spooky bitch.
Undead until proven otherwise.
All right.
The Naotia way. A man is always undead until proven alive.
So, we pan the camera back to Matilda at Zoya's door.
Alright, Matilda's gonna open up the door. Be like, Zoya, you okay?
Zoya is nowhere to be found.
Is the window open?
Unless you're looking.
Is the window open? Yes, she's looking for you.
Well, the window's not open.
Okay, so looking in the wardrobe, no owl. Lifting the end of the bed.
Roll perception check.
Okay.
Lifting
No.
are you lifting
The
it
whole
up?
bed
gotta
comes
do
up. Not the sheet, not the cover, the bed.
No, she grabs the footboard and just lifts.
Is the bed
First the mattress,
secured
then
to
the frame.
floor?
You're going to see the owl under the bed.
Okay,
And I'd be laying on top of something.
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. God.
Are
please
you
don't
sitting
get mad
there
at me.
like arm on the box?
No. No, I would be like laying on top of it, the cloak sort of covering it.
Uh-huh. Nothing to see here is she's laying on top of this fabric covered
No.
box under the bed.
No, the box wouldn't be able to be seen. She'd just be covering it with
Right.
her cloak. She'd be laying on top of
Right,
it.
like ain't nobody here but us chickens. Bawk
Right.
bawk. Alright,
Squawk-a-doodle-doo, bitches.
you're alright though. No injuries?
Somewhat all right. Little weirded out.
Come on out of there.
Oh, okay. And she'd be holding something under her cloak as she sort of like crawls out from under the headboard.
Zoya, you don't have to try and hide it. Granok already told me what happened. She puts the bed down.
You're not mad at me?
No, but can we like maybe leave the magic stuff until we're out of my house? Tyro already set the library on fire and we're already gonna have to fix that.
Okay. Is anybody else hurt?
Yeah, actually. Like everybody, I think. Granok looked like he'd been punched in the face. My insides feel like they're on fire, and I think that Granok is checking on everyone else.
Oh.
So let's just leave the magic stuff until we're not at my parents' house.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be putting this in my backpack then for
Okay, yeah.
safekeeping. And
We
she
can take a look at it later. We can get it looked at later. Whatever. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. All right? And she reaches down and like ruffles your little head feather ear things. God, you're so stinking adorable.
as you do that, she sort of like poofs up and sort of try and readjust her feathers.
All right. Good night. Get some rest. Sleep it off.
Yeah.
I'm going back to bed.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, just get some sleep.
And what is this box called, GM, so I can put it down in my backpack properly?
You can label it as Cateus's box.
Thank you.
Feeling my
That's
items
not
over here.
ominous to keep in your bag.
Watch that get forgotten.
It won't. It's in my notes first.
Ah,
And it's in my inventory
For now.
for now.
Zoya, the real Zoya, making rogues proud since 2025.
So,
Slides into 2025 with new art.
as you guys have recovered from the circle of death, Kier, what's your reaction to having been attacked in your bedroom by a pulse of dark magic?
Weirdly enough, this is not the first time that Kier's woken up to a pulse of dark magic. His previous captain regularly dabbled in this horse shit.
True.
And so he picks up the med kit kept under the foot of his bed and goes to see if everybody's okay.
Okay, so you're going to be able to help out. Awesome. Cool. Heckin?
Like stumbling through the halls half asleep, but with the medical supplies.
What's Heckin's response to being the dark magic pulsing through the building?
Heckin's gonna say ow.
Ow?
Oh.
So were we up in our bedrooms at this point? Is that
Yes.
the assumption? Okay.
Unless you
Heckin
did
was on the phone to her granddad then.
on the phone to her granddad. Calling granddad using murmurs of Moritas. Okay.
God, that.
So when sorry, who's healing? Is that Kier?
Yes.
When Kier opens the door,
Yeah.
she's got her megaphone held up to her ear backwards, so the big end, and she's just listening. So just holds up a hand like, sorry, but yeah, like I'm injured. If you want to help out, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, sure. And considering they're about to get a full rest, and he's had some chance to think about it, he'll cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So
Roll initiative.
I've pulled a note from Heckin's book and renamed the spell.
That's-
Patchwork.
By the way, here wants Pippa's art.
I've got it under control.
Cool.
All right. So, doing speak with granddad, call granddad. What exactly are we asking granddad?
we are going to name Niam Deshadas first.
Nani the heck?
We are. The
Tyro?
banshees
Tyro.
have invaded Tyro's room.
We're getting weird noises from you, Tyro.
Oh god. Tyronius possessed by the dark magics of Cateus.
Sorry,
Right.
working new setups. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I absorb the darkness. I become the darkness.
All right. So you're going to bring to your mind a random set of gossip about the thing you named. The gossip might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. This information's truth will always be questionable and is not necessarily the truth, but rather the gossip about the topic. The topics may branch off and will continue until you break concentration or 10 minutes have passed, whichever comes first.
Oh boy, here we
Good
go.
luck, and may God forever bless your soul.
Let me take a drink of water.
Oh no. That's how you know it's deep.
Heavy RP.
And may the gods forever be in your favor. Let it begin.
Niam Durkatus, and we're going to put her on the screen because it's good fun to do so. Niam Durkatus, a powerful woman, very attractive. You understand that attractiveness is kind of a sense of taste. Everyone's got a different perspective. She's attractive in some ways, disgusting in others, but you understand that she tries to actually have a bit of fun. She's a powerful sorceress who does her own thing. You know what doing your own thing is like. That's where you decide, I want to do something, and like go get pie in the middle of the night. And so you can go and get pie in the middle of the night. But if you go to get pie, sometimes you get pickle pie or peanut butter pie or rhubarb pie. My favorite's actually rhubarb pie with a bit of ice cream on the side. And getting a bit of ice cream on the side is actually very helpful. And what you do is you put the ice cream on there. It's called a la mode. Do you know why it's called a la mode? Because it's the mode. It's the way. So if you go to get pie in the middle of the night, it's showing you the way towards doing your own thing. Just like Niam Durkatus does her own thing. And so what you do is Niam Durkatus has done her own thing. And so she's done all sorts of things and all sorts of people you might understand. When that happens, she's, understanding exchanging sexual favors for money and for powers and information. And just like you're doing right now, except for instead of sexual favors, you're just relying on your natural abilities for calling me. Because, of course, I'm here for you. You understand? And so when she does these things, she does them for her own purposes, like going out and getting your own pie with ice cream on top. Well, Neanderthal has done this many times. You could say she's collected a whole bunch of pies. And because of the number of pies she's had, she's very full. And her tummy should be a lot larger than it is, except for the corset that she wears is actually formed from one of her old victims that she had desiccated down and torn apart and now wears as a corset in order to keep her figure the way it is. At least that's the rumor. You never know. People say things, etc., but you understand that it's just like going out and getting your own pie. But enough about the pie. You know how to keep a good pie crust the way it is, flaky. You make sure you bake it and put butter on it. You layer the butter between the pie crust when you're rolling it out, and you put some sugar crystals on top to make it so perfect. It's an excellent way to do a pie crust. A little lattice is nice, and make sure the filling's good, because the filling's the main part of the pie, but the crust is the important part. Anyway, we're back on pies. I don't know why we got there. Neanderthal has collected a whole bunch of pies of information, and she was supposedly one of these people who was in a school in Fluiden a long time ago, and she kind of was a rebel, and everyone saw her as being a rebel and using whatever manipulation she could to get into school. Well, she didn't actually get admitted to the school, you understand. She kind of wormed her way in through the application process and decided to twist things so that they fit her desires and made it all work. It's like taking a pie, but instead of putting pie filling in it, putting a cake. It's not a bad idea, but it doesn't really work because the pie crust and the cake, you understand, it's two different textures that don't really function. So if you look at the way that Neanderthal has done this, is she's tried to turn sorcery and magic into a pie with a cake interior. You understand, they both go great with ice cream, but you shouldn't really combine them both together. I really like vanilla. Vanilla ice cream is great with a bit of brandy or whiskey on top of it. It's delicious. Anyway, back to Neanderthal. As she made her way into the college, she kind of ran afoul of a couple of the various people, specifically the mustachioed wizard. He was a, you understand, bit of a rebel himself, being Rafage. He's kind of one of these people that really doesn't take on students all that easily. But anyway, it doesn't really matter how easily he takes on students, but he didn't take her on. In spite of her trying to get an easy A, she kind of turned her down, seeing through her manipulations and her plots in order to get into the school and make her way into the Grand Library of Shatter Shaddai. But you know what she could do in the Library of Shatter Shaddai? Was research anything she wanted, like pie recipes. Oh, I even heard that she was trying to get in good with some of the leadership and the nobility in Shatter Shaddai, specifically one of these really strong, burly earls that was there. They were supposed to be one of these massive people who could cook anything that he ever wanted. But regardless, the pie's really collected. So, she's got a lot of power of a variety of different things. And so trying to kind of link all that together, but she's in it for herself. She managed to retrieve a couple artifacts from the library before she got kicked out, you understand. And because of that, let's say she's collected some pie pans, and now she's got some power.
And I'm going to break concentration to save Eric's voice.
I think I got through like almost all of it.
Nice.
Also, a solid 5 minutes of chatting.
5 minutes? Okay.
Talking to Grandpa.
Hey,
Mostly about
that's-
pies.
That's perfect.
I was standing up during the one point of relevant information, though, so I didn't take a note.
Oh, I hope
I was
I
getting a cup of
was.
coffee.
It's, yeah, needles in a haystack, that one.
He put the name in there, so it was Rafaj. I think that was like the name of the teacher she was trying to get under at the school that she was attempting to go to.
Yeah,
The shadow
but didn't.
die.
But yeah, Heckham will share that the next morning with the party, so don't worry about too much knowledge. No secrets. And now has a few things to ask her about if she does end up visiting tonight.
Okay. Awesome. So,
Something tells me she just might hit you up, Heckin.
Kier, you go ahead and bandage up Heckin during the discussion. Yes? I assume so.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Heckham was very like ungrateful patient on the phone, but also like apologizing every moment
Gil-
that she could.
Gear wasn't
I'm sorry.
upset. He was just kind of sleepy rambling as he healed you, so you were getting it from both ends.
Understood. Matilda, what would you be doing at this point?
It's still nighttime, right?
Right?
Sleeping.
So you're going to go to bed. Understood? So you going to bed?
Yeah, Zoya would be sitting in bed looking at the ceiling for a while, her wings sprawled out over the mattress, and she'd eventually fall asleep.
All right. Tyro?
Yeah. Go to bed. When the burst happened, probably stick my head out, like, again, because, necrotic energy, not exactly something we want. See that Granark and Matilda would have been talking and then gone back in. I'm gonna see if Leslie's listening or if she's still, on the answering machine. I do
So
need to consult about something, so he's gonna, sit at the bed. It's like, hey, Leslie, are you free for a moment, please?
you're going to feel
What?
you're going to feel a
Yep.
warm breath on the back of your neck. Yes, Tyro.
He just whips. He doesn't whip around because he wants to make sure he doesn't clock anyone with the horns. He turns around and goes,
She's
Fine.
sitting on the bed behind you.
I figured. So he's gonna turn around and face us like, okay, I need your advice for something.
She smells like the
next-
ocean. Fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Okay, hang on. Out of character question. Would Tyrannus remember anything about the raid, or was that sort of like a
Yes.
fever dream?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Smells like coconuts in the ocean.
Been going on a cruise?
No, it's my lotion. I don't like
Oh.
getting burnt.
Yeah, I was about to say the raids. I'm surprised you were out in the warmth for that long.
Regardless, what did you need?
I have a spell that I have, and he's going to pull out his spell book and open up the Spirit of Death spell, which I will link. Now, it says in here I need to have a yeah, it's a long wall of text, by the way. Sorry. I need to have a gilded playing card worth of 400 gold pieces, which need an Avatar of Death.
Right.
I also know that, and I'm asking where would be the best place to get it once I have the funds. We're about to come back to Nausha and actually get paid, hopefully by Gersh. Apparently, I'm guessing she left it with the consortium.
I wouldn't know, Tyronius. I don't gamble. I don't play cards.
Okay, it's more the fact that I don't know where to get one of these because I feel
Neither
it's
do
more of a
I.
tarot. Okay.
You're going
Alright.
to need to go and find some kind of gambling hall, Tyro, and find either one of those tarot cards, one of those fortune tellers in a back alley who has golden cards, or find a way into one of the more upscale gambling establishments. I'm sure you can find a way.
He's just gonna think for a bit. Alright.
You're a creative young man.
Certainly say that. Right. Thanks for the time, though.
Is that all you needed me for? Hard.
More like your, well, no. there is something else. It was about.
She leans forward and puts her hand on her under her chin on the bed.
Lyrian Corvith.
What about
How
her?
much do you know about? How much do you know about her? Because one of the people that. So we went into the Temple of Cateus. Kerfex was there, surrounded by crystals. Freed him. Opposite side was. Fuck, I can't pronounce the name. Another person who wants us to go after wants to go after one of her underlings to eventually get to her.
I'm familiar with the name just in passing. I'm not very familiar with the person. Why?
Okay.
Other than, are you taking on more jobs?
We're considering it, yes. We do plan to swing by the consortium, though, as I said, so...
Well, I'll be there when you arrive.
Okay.
The raid went well, and we're currently in the process of setting up the teleportation circle to return.
Okay, I'm kind of disappointed by the raid, honestly. I didn't get to see you flex your powers.
Tyronius, consider me support. I was there if you needed me, but you did fine.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Just needed to make sure that, like, you know, I'm doing the due diligence.
Sure. She's going to stand up, and as she walks around one of the bedposts, she disappears behind it.
Damn, I gotta learn that trick. Okay, and he's going to go to bed. Yeah, long rest, and first thing in the morning, just do his usual thing. But yeah.
Okay.
Long rest time. Oh no, sorry. Anyone else? I bet.
Cool. Well, then we're going to go ahead, and since everyone else has gone to bed, and I'm assuming Gur has gone to bed himself in Matilda's room.
In one of the rooms.
Yep.
What?
Grenek, you went to bed, I assume?
Yeah, after I made sure everybody was, you know, not dying, if anyone needs lay on hands healing, I'd give them that, but otherwise I head to my room, write and journal for a bit and go to bed.
Awesome, cool. After another 40 minutes, there's a knock, knock, knock at Heckin's door.
Knock, knocking on Heckin's door.
Brain cell, you bastard.
Oh, what? Yeah? Heckin wakes up, doesn't hear any more knocking, goes back to sleep.
There's a gentle scratch on the door
Ooh.
before you fall back to sleep.
Then I'll stand up and open the door.
Okay. Liam Durcatus is there and will slip into the room if you'll let her, closing the door behind her.
Yeah, come in.
She puts her back against the door and will lock it.
Sorry,
Waves
she
giant
pulls out
red
a notebook.
flag.
He asked for this, it's fine.
Heckin quickly grabs the notebook off the bedside table and flips back to the pages she took down after talking to Moritas, or listening to Moritas. So I have this spell I use to get ideas for stories all the time, and I thought maybe I'd use it for a background check on you because you're our employer, you know, due diligence. These people seem nice. I don't want anyone to get in trouble. I had some questions.
She raises an eyebrow. Spells. About me. Little old me. I'm flattered.
Oh,
And
anyone.
She's going to raise one arm up and pose statuesquely like a centerfold against the door. One leg comes up so that her knee is cocked. The other holds her tall as she arches her back a little bit and poses for you. What questions did you have?
So, look, these are all rumors, so you can tell me which ones are true or not, or you don't have to answer. But I heard you went to a grand library. I've never been to a grand library before.
She turns and slides down the door into a seated position, sliding one foot underneath, the other one has a knee up, and she's going to rest her head on her knee. Well, you've gotten some good information. What do you want to know about the Grand Library of Shatter Shaddai?
How to spell it out of character. And I heard you got a lot of recipes there. What kind of information is there? Do they have any good fiction?
They have everything there. Well, nearly everything. There's a couple books I couldn't find. Perhaps those have been taken out or just not collected yet. But lots of fiction. Lots of fictions. More fictions than they'd let on as being actual fictions. They believe in a lot of things that aren't real.
Well, that's good. Who are they?
Oh, well, the students, of course, and the professors, and the Sultan, and the entire megocracy. They're all delusional. They just believe whatever they tell them.
Who's that they?
You've never been to Shatter Shaddai, have you?
No.
Well, your friend Tyronius has been. I can tell. He's got a hint of smell about him, you might say. Shatter Shaddai is a megocracy. The mages rule there. You understand? It's not a pleasant place. The city is got a very bougie front. It's wealthy, of course. With that much magical power, who wouldn't be? But beneath the surface, everyone's vying for power. Everyone wants what everyone else has. And there's fights everywhere looking for it. I just wanted my piece. I wanted to have, frankly, everything your friend Matilda has and doesn't appreciate. I wanted a big house with servants that brought me food. I wanted to have foot rubs and pedicures. I wanted to have men servants who would do things for me, like mow the lawn and dust the hearth.
Giggity.
I'm fairly simple in that aspect, but I wanted
Is
to...
that innuendo?
Ooh, are you asking her or are you
I'm
doing insight?
asking if I think it's innuendo.
Oh, roll your insight, please. It is a double entendre. She means she wanted someone to dust the hearth, and she wanted someone to dust the hearth.
Two things can indeed still be real.
Indeed. Phrasing, yes. Primarily what I'm looking for is the ability to not die. I don't like the concept of just ending. Heckin', I think it's distasteful. I believe that there's a way for us to circumvent that effect without losing who we are. You've heard of liches before, haven't you, Heckin? Everyone has. The evil undead who sacrifice their soul and identity for eternal life. Disgusting creatures. A waste of time. What good are you if you're not yourself anymore? What's the point? No, I wanted to find a way in the annals of the library to find the answer to life and death itself. Unfortunately, they didn't accept me. And because of that, well, now I find myself here in Grindavik after having tried to make deals with the wrong people, trusting the wrong people with my secrets and my research. I thought I had found a study buddy in Lyrian. She sent me to tea, supposedly as her treat, and then I found myself here.
You meet Lirian in Shadow Shaddai?
I did. She's a student there, you understand. She's quite connected. Not quite noble, but noble enough to have interactions, you understand. She's working underneath Zabira al-Nasir, who's known as the Crimson Sage. Are you familiar with her?
Am I?
You can roll a history check. You're shooting for a DC 18.
I am not.
Okay.
Swing and a miss.
She
I don't
is...
get to roll because I'm not there.
You're not there. No.
But my new expertise.
Keep your secrets.
You can roll it in the morning.
Or you could...
What did I
Or...
tell you?
Or, Grenak, you could have invited her to your room and we could have had this discussion.
Oh,
Hey.
I mean, you wouldn't be having this conversation with me. You'd want other things.
Two things can be true. Is that a wise man?
Looks at Kier.
Regardless, Zabira is the member of the team in charge of hemomancy and vital energy manipulation. She's very powerful and not someone to be meddled with. And absent-mindedly, Niam is going to summon a minor illusion here of Zabira. And we will go ahead and show that art. Zabira is, for lack of a better term, loyal to Sultan Lego. He is the leader of Fluidon, and she has a protective attitude towards him. She views him as vulnerable, and so uses her magics in order to support him and all of Fluidon. I believe that the books that I wanted access to belong in Zabira's possession, whether they're in their possession at the moment or not. That I don't know.
Interesting. And I've just got this little form here, if you don't mind signing it. Read it first. It just says that you give me the rights to use all of the information here in stories without using your name or any actual details.
She's going to read it thoroughly, and it's basically a anonymity form.
Yes.
Okay. She is going to happily sign the fact that this information is anonymous and cannot be linked back to her.
Yes, it's like a privacy
Yep.
agreement.
A non-disclosure agreement. Exactly.
Yeah.
She is a confidential informant.
All right. I do have one question. Before you go to sleep,
Oh.
if you took off your corset, would I be in trouble?
She smiles.
Awesome drink presence here.
Heckin, out of character. Heckin.
She smiles. Why? As she
One of
slinks.
the wilder rumors.
She slinks closer like a panther across the floor. Gracefully, she's approaching our feathered friend. Would you like to find out?
Not on our first night, but let's meet up again sometime.
She smiles as
Stories need to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, after all.
She smiles as her fingers do the little spider walk up the bedpost, and she rises almost unnaturally back to her full height, only using the fingernails as a support against the bedpost. Well, if you'd ever like to find out, let me know. As a question for you, if you don't mind having a question in response.
That's fair.
Do the feathers match the fluff?
Ooh, Heckin blushes.
She's going to
Owen brings up
smile.
her picture.
It is just your nostrils.
She smiles, taps her forehead. Perhaps someday, maybe in the middle, we can both find the answers to our questions. Good night, Heckin. Sleep well. And if there's nothing else, I've got a feather bed with my name on it.
I
Not
said not
yours. So
Good night. Thank you for the chat. That was terrifying.
she smiles. Anytime you feel like having nightmares, I'm your girl.
Oh no, she's a horse girl.
And she's going to walk out of the room and close the door.
Damn! Heck,
So she unlocked the door first because she locked it.
She did unlock it and go out.
No.
Nah, she
Just
walked
tries to
through
open
it.
in the door.
She just walked right
Phases
through.
through the door.
All right. So,
Bonus time.
Heckin, is there anything else you'd like to do tonight? No? All right.
Don't need to flop one out.
Nope. All right. So, you guys can go ahead and take a long rest tonight.
Yay!
I know for a fact that Niam is taking her long rest.
Eyebrow waggle?
Nope.
She sleeps like the dead.
I'm surprised she isn't there already.
Alright.
Thing is, if anyone were to go and check out her room, she has pulled all the bedding off the bed and she slept on the floor next to the bottom of the bed.
Wait,
Because
sock style?
kind of Thok style, yeah, because she's not used to this luxury.
Oh.
She's
Would I have seen that when I came and checked up on her?
no, she had not gone to bed yet because she was waiting to go talk to Heckin.
Okie dokie.
Right. She would not have dismantled the bed yet. But she is used to sleeping in the street. That's what she's comfortable with. So being in a soft bed, she would have been uncomfortable and either would have rolled out of bed in the middle of the night with legs and arms flailing onto the floor or disassembled it herself and slept on the floor. Whichever one is true is up to you guys, but there you go.
Alright.
As you guys wake up the next morning,
Can I do my roll check, please? Studying the book.
you're going to try to study the book this morning
Of course, every morning.
I don't know, man.
My
I mean, after
house.
last time.
in Matilda's house. You're going to do this?
Yeah? Fucking do it.
Ah, wizards.
Uh-huh.
They never learn.
24.
That's gonna
Okay.
be, that's actually a great roll. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So,
The notepad open to...
I believe this is the yeah, this is the one here. I think this is the one that you have not read yet. And we're going to go ahead and send this to you. Tell me if this one's come through before, because my notes got messed up during the holidays.
No, I get you.
His last one was Bestow Curse, so
Right.
That's the blink spell, and no, you have not.
Okay.
So.
There you go.
Thank
Do you read it out
Tyrone.
loud?
Nope.
Okay.
he's learning.
Yay!
From
He
behalf.
can be taught.
From the bottom of my heart, and I mean this with the utmost sincerity, fuck the lot of yous.
All right, so I will just post the rhymes so that we have it available to people to read, because it's kind of fun to share the open
looking
secrets.
at you, Granak. Yes.
I'm just saying, like, if you had read this one aloud, it wouldn't have broke anything.
No, it might have. It would have been wandering, and Tyronius would be like, it's the ethereal plane that he blinks into, right?
Correct. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
bend the threads of time and space. Leave this place without a trace. In an instant, vanish from sight. Nowhere bound, yet traveling light. Keep me safe in realms between.
Misty stuff?
Nope, blink.
Blink.
Basically, you pop into existence for a bit, and at the end of your turn, you roll a d6. At a certain number, you pop out of existence, and you're in the ethereal plane, and while you are safe, you can't do anything. Like,
Still a great spell for mages.
Mhm.
It is, but it also, Heckin, you have counterspell as well, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, but yeah, that's the other thing is if I'm blinking, like literally, you'll just see Tyronius. Like Tyronius could actually cast it and just like go through the walls and appear in front of Kia, like "Hi, dude," and then wink back out of it, or not wink out, in which case the spell finishes, and get the crap beaten out of him by Matilda. But yeah, 3rd level spell for free. I'ma take it.
All right. So, as you guys wake up, you guys can smell breakfast from the kitchen. You guys.
Zoe would
Mhm.
crawl out of bed, her wings sort of trailing behind her as she walks out of her room.
All right. You can smell coffee, biscuits and gravy, bacon, ham, entire sausage links, pancakes, waffles, and maple syrup. There are stacks of eggs and an entire omelet station set up. Matilda,
Omelet station?
Mm-hmm.
this is a normal breakfast.
How tall are the counters?
The counters
Boy,
would be
tall.
38 inches high, just above hip height.
Taller than
They're
yeah.
custom made for Pippa's height, not for Matilda's height.
Correct.
And not for Zoya's height.
Yeah, Zoe's like looking up at the counter, like, and she just
I
like
will
let
pick
her.
you up if need
Oh,
be.
God. Don't. And her wings would sort of flail, and she'd just realize, oh wait, it's you. Okay.
We just want to Banjo Kazooie this and get Matilda some
It's
netting over
okay.
the back.
Matilda can pick up Zoya and put her on a stool so she doesn't have to fly or climb awkwardly.
I was gonna say I was gonna let her perch on my shoulder or my arm. And I was gonna walk her down the way first, then go back for mine.
Like a prized hunting owl.
Well, yeah, she's the size of an actual horned owl.
Yeah, so just
We know.
perch her up, walk her through, let her get her plate, put her down.
Anyhow, so yes, now we have Zoya able to see over the counter.
Achievement unlocked. Counter sight.
Yep.
And get food.
All right, so you
Yeah.
guys go ahead and get
Right.
breakfast. Pippa is serving each of you and folding omelets. And as you come up, Matilda, she smiles and gestures behind the counter. You know what your dad bought after you left, right?
She looks behind. A cold box?
She smiles. The icebox was always here, silly. No, this. and there's a big round stone. It's about 2 feet in diameter, and there's a fire underneath of it. Next to it, there is a bucket with what looks like a batter. And Pippa is going to spin that big stone wheel, take some batter and pour it on top of there, and begin making crepes.
Oh, dude! Mate, Matilda, you fucking left at the wrong time then.
Oh, okay, you guys, this is starting to get to me. Look, this is just my house.
You do realize that most of what you consider your house is what more people would dream of.
Yes, I'm very aware of it. And no, I don't take it for granted. And yes, I appreciate it.
Look, no one's saying you take it for granted. It's just that look, he's gonna put his hand on her shoulder. Matilda, you're a friend, just let me say this. You're thick as 2 planks of wood sometimes. And what you see is not what other people see. And I'm just making sure you know, okay? We're clear with that. Cool. First crepe's on you. Although not on you, for you, whatever. I'm just gonna step back. Take a big step back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get ready. I'll be back.
Not yet, you're not. Get back here, young lady.
Uh-oh. No.
Sit down and eat your breakfast.
Pippa would be able to tell that Matilda's very upset. Matilda grabs a pancake, waves it at Pippa, and heads for the door.
You're going to feel a thunk as an apple is thrown at the back of your head. Don't forget your fruit, young lady.
Thanks, Pippa. She'll pick it up, and she will walk out the door, headed upstairs to go pack.
While
Now,
perched on
you
Knox.
guys. He takes the ladle from the crepes and brandishes at you guys. You all think you are hot stuff.
No.
Shut up.
Not wrong.
You hurt her feelings.
How did I hurt her feelings?
Stop.
Gently puts hand in front of Zoya's face to let Peppa go on.
She's here, and she's embarrassed about the fact that she's rich. Rich as fuck. We're here to make her life easier, and as she's flicking the thing around, crepe batter is spattering you guys. You all are here as her guests. Whatever that other woman was doing, I don't care. I expect better from her friends than to be treated like she's super special. Treat her like she's normal and she'll get along just fine. Am I understood? As she's currently towering over Tyro, as she's not touching you with the batter spatula, with the batter ladle, but like pushing you downwards. Do you understand?
Crystal clear.
Good. Now, eat your food. And she reaches behind her and takes the perfect crepe off, twirls it, and puts it onto your plate. Enjoy it. And learn some manners. She turns and, with just the right amount of cake, strides behind the counter. Now,
Like with an actual cake?
is there anything else you'd like for breakfast?
Yeah, thanks. I think this'll do me.
Do you have fruit on that plate, sir?
Yeah, actually, Tyro. What sort of fruits there? Is it just apples, or what else?
No,
is there?
there's like full selection. There's plums, berries, bananas, oranges.
Yeah, Tyrannus would have hit like, what is it? Any like mandarin, orange.
Okay,
slices.
cool.
There's
She
half the
looks
plate-
at you.
half the plate is
Good.
fresh.
Eat your food. Make sure you get some protein. You're going to need some on those thin bones. Now I know owlins have thin bones. Here, have some more protein and some fruit. And I don't want to hear anything about it. She puts fruit and food on your plate, Zoya.
Zoya wouldn't be
Next!
able to look at Pippa because Granok's hand is over her eyes, and she's
Next!
her, her feathered ears are still pinned down.
Let's
You,
be honest,
sir!
Zoya's-
You may
Yes,
be
ma'am.
bigger than her, and you bigger than me, but that doesn't mean that I can't take you out. You understand that, right?
Bows his head. Of course, ma'am.
Bonk with the ladle.
Good. Here's a
Take
stack
out-
of pancakes. Here's some extra butter and syrup. Make sure you have some sausage and some ham. Here's a stack of 6 eggs, all hard-boiled. If you need more, come and ask for it. Now eat your food and sit down and shut up like a good young man. Next!
Of course.
She didn't even wait for of course. Next!
Nope.
You!
Responded anyways.
And she points at Heckin. Fruit. You're all about the fruit, aren't you? Help yourself. There's the basket.
Do you have any honey?
Of course. And she reaches over and brings out the entire 100 jar and with the honey serving stick.
Ooh, you ever had a honey milkshake before?
She looks at you.
sticky.
No,
I
but
want you to
want
shut
one.
up, eat your food. And you, sir, you've been here before. She's looking at Kier.
I always look forward to your breakfast, Pippa.
Yes, but you know better than to treat her this way. I'm most disappointed in you, making her feel like she's embarrassed about being wealthy. There's no shame in the fact that her dad worked hard for all this. She worked very hard to get to be the athlete she is. We like having her back, and I don't want to have her feel like she's being run off. So, you need to pick
and
better
so-
friends than these people, or you need to teach these people to be considerate about other people's feelings. You're the man in that relationship. I know she hasn't made a move on you, and that's fine. She may view you as a brother, but if you're going to be her brother, you'd better act like it. So get your food, and she's been serving you, and the plate is now piling up to where you cannot really see her without looking around the side of it. Eat your food and sit
Which you
down
will.
and make sure that everyone treats her with consideration. Please.
Zoya would hesitantly raise her hand while holding the plate with her other.
She looks at you. What?
Please don't be mad at me, but I haven't said anything to Matilda since last night when she checked on me.
Birds of a feather flock together.
I don't
She
know
turns.
what you mean by that phrase.
She shuts the various cooking machines, shuts them all down, blows the candles out. If you'll need me, I'm in the kitchen.
We're in the kitchen.
As soon as Pippa leaves, Kier turns to the party. Well, got me in trouble with Pippa.
No,
What I did.
I did it.
Pats Zoya on head, puts her in her seat.
I'm going to go. Stone is actually finished, like he's thundered that food down. I will be back. Okay? And he's gonna walk out. Yeah.
So Zoya's
fine.
ears would still be pinned down, feeling guilty for something that she doesn't know what she's done.
It's at that point that Tyro has gotten up from his plate, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Neandercotis walks in the room. Oh, you saved me a plate and a seat. Thank you so much. And she's going to go sit down in Tyro's seat. You've even kept it warm. Ah, you're so considerate. This is perfect.
Yep.
I don't
Sure.
think you want to eat off.
It's gone.
Okay.
And she's going to dig into Tyro's plate.
No, he's eaten like. What is it?
Yeah, she
He
doesn't
was eating
care.
The entire time the rest of us is getting yelled at.
Doesn't matter. Whatever's left on the plate, she's going to be finishing.
Go for it.
Because she's used to eating street scraps.
Hey, Neon,
Yes.
there's more in the kitchen if you want some.
She looks at the kitchen. Thank you. but this is plenty. Some of us have to
Okay.
watch our figure.
Okay. And Zoe would
Everybody's watching her figure. Don't worry.
Zoe would gingerly start eating.
Okay. All right. So, Tyro, where are you going?
I first thought was yeah, Matilda's probably because we do need to go, so I'm guessing her room.
Okay. So you go
Yeah.
trying to find Matilda in her room. Is Matilda in her room? Yes or no answer.
Yes. The door is actually open. She's changed into her travel clothes with the gambeson and all the padding and everything. Her bag is packed and sitting next to the door with her shield and all of her weapons, and she's in the process of putting her armor back on.
He's just gonna knock on the door. Hey.
Yeah?
Need any help?
Yeah, actually, if you can get these buckles.
Sure. And as he actually does it, he's going to say, "You know, I'm not the best at speaking, right? Even though I am the most vocal.
Yep.
Look, I don't think anything less of you or more of you. With, how you grew up and the fact that this is considered your home, so it's normal to you. And I'm sorry for making you feel weird. If anybody knows, I should be the one person who doesn't make anybody feel weird. Are you okay?" And
No,
he's
but I
actually in
will
front
be.
of her this time. What's that?
Matilda says no, but I will be.
Well, talk it out. I'm here to try and,
You know, of all the people in our group, of all the people in that are part of this party, I thought that like you would be the person who would understand this the most. The desire to make a name
prove
for
yourself.
yourself instead of just riding on daddy's coattails. And yeah, what Niam was, she was taking pot shots at me all night last night at dinner, and not a single person stood up for me, said a damn thing.
Well, that's usually because we don't need to defend you. Like, to
Maybe
be quite
sometimes
honest,
I want my friends to stick up for me.
well, I'm sorry I didn't. I'm sorry I didn't overstep the bounds by. I'm sorry for not doing that.
And
I
then
usually.
this morning you were saying almost the exact same things that she was saying, and it just made me really upset. And I'm upset right now, but I won't be forever. I just
Right, but you're still upset, and I caused that. I caused a lot of problems. Library is a good example.
you're never
Hell,
going to live that one down. I'm never going to let you live that one down.
there's a lot of stuff you're never going to let me live down. I'm never going to let you live down the fact that you've dropped me more than half the times you've picked me up. Which is why I'm scared if I ever flirt with you that you're going to actually pick me up and then just drop me again just for the fun of it.
No.
Hey.
Thanks for the laugh. No. It's
Hey,
fine.
go.
I'll be fine. We're cool.
Hey, he's gonna put his hands on the other side of her head. I know we're cool. Okay?
Okay.
I am just sorry that I made you feel that way. I was just trying to provide a different perspective from other people because yes. Good lord, going to any learning establishment, you always have the politics of, oh, I'm from this family, oh. And
That's not what I want.
no. And I also understand, dude, you get fucking self-conscious. He's still holding her head, by the way. You get self-conscious when people ask for your autograph, okay? But you know what? Do me a favor. Next time you want me or someone to speak up for you, just give me some sort of signal. Like a bent spoon, maybe.
Oh, so you noticed?
I noticed more than you think. and I notice more than I think. Now, I'm gonna stop holding your head because I'm gonna lick you again because it's the force of habit.
Yeah, don't. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no.
No. And if you must know, Pippa also chewed everyone out. So,
Yeah, that sounds like her. That sounds like her.
I never thought a 5 foot something woman would be able to stand over me with a ladle.
Oh, and
As
she's
she
got a
sees the-
perfect aim too. I told her she should compete, but she said absolutely not.
You know what? You know what?
Oh, it's not for me.
You know how you make her compete?
Well,
Give her a sandal. Have a man out in the middle of what do you call it? The fucking throwing field, and say he broke my heart and you can't move from that spot. I guarantee she's gonna break some records.
and the sound barrier.
Probably.
All right. Let's. Do you have your stuff all packed up? Are you ready to go?
Always. It's downstairs
Okay.
with the other guys. I mean,
All
apart
right.
from he pats both books. But I do
All
want to
right,
make
so-
sure that you're okay because, of course.
Yeah, I'm fine. And I'll be fine. I'm just let me sulk for like 30 minutes, and she's just gonna pick up her helmet, put it underneath her arm, grab her backpack, and then start loading up all of her stuff.
Is there any? Okay, Eric. Is there any drumstick-like objects around Matilda that Tarians could pick up?
Matilda, is there any drumstick-like object near you?
A drumstick, like a
me.
musical instrument?
Musical
like any
instrument, a
little-
baton from your twirling days, a javelin, a toy.
Hey,
Plenty of javelins.
even a pair of manicured scissors.
No, actually, there'd probably be like crossbow bolts.
He's gonna pick up a couple of crossbow bolts, and as she's going down, he's gonna ring the back of her head, like just a quick rap, and then run past her.
Do you think I'd be fast enough to kick him in the tail?
Yep.
Yes.
Roll your arm strike. Opportunity attack.
Yep.
Yeah. Non-lethal. I'm not intending to hurt him.
Don't
Go
worry,
on.
you've caused plenty of damage in the past. Does
Oh,
she
let's
kick him down the
see.
stairs?
Real question: does he
He's
initiate a grapple?
Grabbing his tail.
Step on it.
All right.
Did you say it was with advantage or without?
No. He knew it was
Do you
coming.
step on his tail?
With the 26, do you step on his tail? Or do you kick him?
Step on it.
Tyro, you hear a pop
Oh!
as
Oh,
you
that was-
take 7 bludgeoning damage.
And take 7 bludgeoning damage on it. Ow!
Ooh, are you okay?
Tyro, anytime you sit for the next 24 hours, it will be uncomfortably.
Wait, whereabouts did she step on the tail?
The tip, but that's what the pop was right at your butt.
Oh! You pulled my ass out. Like right here. He's
You
gonna
are-
just pull-
Okay. All right. Yes. Note to self: don't roughhouse with the delicate wizard.
I didn't say don't roughhouse. I've been blown up more times than I can count. Push
Right,
across
and
the
you
front.
are a delicate flower. Now, I'm sorry.
I still have these crossbow bolts, and if you apologize again, I'm gonna play Little Drummer
Get out of
Boy
my
on top of
room,
head.
Tyro.
Okay, gone. Going back to the kitchen.
You can see Zoya walking towards Matilda's room as you start heading back to the kitchen.
Hey Zoe, you okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling bad about what Pippa said.
Look, I spoke with her already. Don't feel bad.
I still want to
We've-
apologize.
She's coming down, okay? She's gonna be sulky for a bit, but she will. You know what you can do?
Yeah.
Next time, if Nami comments on the, what is it? Niam, sorry. Fucking hate pronounce double, what do you call it? Vowel names out of character. If Niam comments on, like, how luxurious this is, maybe equip back.
Got it.
I
I
know.
don't think I was there, or I was zoning out. I'm
No,
sorry.
fine. No, stop. And he's gonna squat down and pat her head. Hilda's just a bit self-conscious because the arm is obviously not of money at any point. And she seems to, and Matilda's taking offense to the comments of like, oh, look at little Miss Wealthy not appreciating the stuff, and we're also not defending her. I didn't defend her because I thought she could handle it herself, but that's not the case. Part of being friends apparently is, sticking up for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't expect any of you to fucking stick up for me. I bury my own body. I bury my own,
Hey.
foot in my
Hey,
face.
Tyro, and as you're squatting down, she puts a wing on your head. Hey, if I'm gonna stick up for any of my party members, I'm also gonna stick up for you. You know,
Ew, gross. Why would you do that?
because you're my party member, and if I'm gonna treat one party member, and she'd be referring to Matilda, with respect and with the friendship of sticking up for her, I'm gonna treat all my party members that way. And I don't care what you say about denying, like, oh, I don't deserve to be treated that way. I don't care. You're still gonna receive it.
Motherfucker. Come on, Munchkin. He's gonna try and pick her up and put her on his shoulder.
Can I try and roll a dex save to not get picked
Acrobatics
up?
roll. Yep.
Acrobatics roll.
Yep.
Okay, acrobatics. Plus 8. Don't fail me now.
Athletics. Oh, you're
Gotta be
lucky.
the
It's almost
13.
a 20.
You are unable to
You know
grab a hold of her.
No, that's
Pick
fine.
me up.
Hey, look, you're just the right size for carry-on luggage. I'm not surprised someone hasn't mistaken you for a plushie. But anyway, she's coming down. Let's go.
And I'd sort of fly up and perch on Tyro's head.
Okay, question. Do you perch between the horns or on one of the horns?
In between the horns.
She really is a horned owl.
He's driving this car.
All right.
Anyway,
Look, I did it with Kerfex. I can do it with Tyro.
So, Matilda, as you come out of the room, you see Zoya driving Tyro back towards the dining room.
driving me fucking mental.
Two things can be real.
Vroom vroom,
All right,
Tyro.
well, as long as they've got all of their stuff and they're ready to go, Matilda's gonna
Hey.
come down.
You know, electric vehicles are the way of the future.
Oh my god.
Yes, my child.
All
Oh
right.
my god,
let's-
no.
Matilda will stop off in the kitchen and pick up some breakfast to go.
It's already
Down
waiting
and
for you in a very large paper bag.
Thanks, Pippa.
Listen, next time you come home, make sure that they've got better manners. Know that we love you, and there's nothing you've done wrong. Okay? And she's going to reach
Okay.
up for a hug.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to give you a very tight squeeze. And then during the middle of the hug, she's going to whisper in your ear, except come home with a husband next time.
I promise nothing.
She smiles at you.
Come on, Pippa.
If not for you, then for some of us other people. She gives
Okay,
you
that I'll
a
try.
winning wink. Or at least, someone who isn't going to reject me in the middle of the night.
Well, I do have, I wanted to bring home something nicer than this, but I have a souvenir
Oh,
here. It's from Ryport.
she wipes her hands. What is it?
And Matilda reaches into her belt pouch and she pulls out the commemorative coin that she got from the Temple of Usil
Okay.
in Ryport, and she gives it to Pippa.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate this. This would be nice. This will go with the rest of my set. You remembered.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Insight check.
We are not there. We are not there.
No, I'm telling Matilda to do it.
Sure. Let's see. Maybe a history check. It would be history or insight.
History check.
History check.
Before you do this, though, okay,
Oh.
with a 12, have you ever been in Pippa's quarters?
Yeah, probably. Pippa's been with us for a long time.
Okay. She has a coin collection of various religious temples.
Yep. We
It's
got
like
to see
someone
a really
collecting
awesome,
spoons.
We got to see a really awesome duel at the temple of Usil. And
Really? Awesome?
Yeah.
Were they muscular people?
Yeah, I was really tempted to join in the brawl, but we had stuff
Why
to do,
didn't
so I didn't have time.
Tilly,
Not a job.
listen. Tilly, next time, grab the bull by the horns and wrestle your way into
actually.
a lion.
As
You had a chance, and she's going to come over, and she's going to put her hands on either side of your head. You had
Why
a
does this
chance.
seem familiar? Why
to-
does everybody grab my face?
You had a chance
Grab
to
your
wrestle
boobs
with a lion, and you didn't
No,
take
not a
it.
lion, Pippa, a lion man.
She looks at you and
It was a
cocks her head
paladin. He was
sideways.
great.
Her eyebrows go up. Excuse you?
Yeah. I mean, the guy was bigger than me.
Tilly?
at this moment,
Yeah. She
Zoe
pats
would
you on
drive
top of
Tyro
the
past
head.
the door of the kitchen.
She turns to you just as she's about to pat Matilda on the head. And if you guys try to come into the kitchen, you will instantly be frightened. There is no saving throw.
No, I'm just driving Tyro past.
Tyro, you go past the kitchen. She pats
vroom.
Tilly on the head. Tilly, a lion man, bigger than you,
Uh-huh.
from
was a
one
great
of those primal tribes. Tilly,
I didn't ask.
I've been wanting one of those all my life. They're in all of the novels. Do you know what they can do with those tongues? Tilly,
Oh, Pippa, no!
the fur is so luxurious. They say that you can't feel the ground when you lay on one. Tilly, you had your shot. Next time you summon me, you summon me to
Zoe's-
get there, and I will take him on. I don't care what he does to me.
Zoe's gonna bring Tyro back
Right.
over like when Matilda screams like, Matilda, are you okay?
Yeah,
You see
I'm
a
okay. I'm
pointer
okay.
finger back at you.
Autopilot takes over. Zoya, you feel Tyranius just go out for his life.
No, Pippa,
Tilly,
Pippa, okay. All right, I promise,
Tilly,
I promise. If you want to
all
ride
the
me, I promise.
novels, all of
All
them,
right.
Leonins
I
and
brought
you,
sword.
my time with the Leonin, the 3 Leonin men,
No, I don't want to hear it.
3 main men.
No.
King of the jungle, Queen of the hearth. Have you not heard of these books? Tilly, I found it under your pillow.
Look, there was a
Ooh,
reason I wasn't
busted.
getting into that wrestling match, okay, Pippa?
Tilly, find yourself a man. Or whatever. I don't care. Find someone to marry.
You know what? You talk to Mom too much.
Excuse you?
Uh-oh. She does. Do we feel a wave of
Excuse you.
Oh no!
I haven't taken care of any little kids around this place in years. I was babysitting for other people just because you needed friends. And now you're telling me I'm talking too much to your mother? Excuse you? No, you didn't. Girl, you
Matilda
know
feels
that you want a
about, like,
relationship.
3
That Kier
people.
boy is in there, and if you gave him
Shut
half
up,
the time
Pippa.
of day, you would absolutely have him wrapped around your finger.
Zoe's gonna
That
let go of
mountain of a
Tyro's
man-
horns.
You're
Zoe's
on top
going-
of
No,
it.
stop, Zoya.
Okay.
That mountain of a man, Granek, is in there, and he would absolutely jump on this if given the opportunity. And
No,
you've
he
got
wouldn't,
that
Pippa.
Tyro, and you've got all of these other people around. Heck, you've even got that scandalous woman that I tried on last night, and she turned me down. So, look, if there's nobody in your life, why? Why are you doing it? Find someone to invest your life in, dear, please. And she's
I'm
going to
not
kiss you on both cheeks.
adventuring.
Shh. It's
I'm not
okay.
adventuring to find a husband, Pippa.
No, but if it happens to happen along the way, don't stop it. Okay? And she takes the raspberry and puts it in your mouth. Now, don't forget to eat.
I won't. Thank you for breakfast and the lecture. And tell my mom I'm fine. And tell my dad I love him.
I will not tell her you're fine. I'll tell her that you've gone off once again and are open to the concept of maybe finding a man.
Okay.
That's a lie.
That's about as close as I'm gonna get, isn't it?
She looks at you. At least there's hope. Can't kill hope, Tilly. No matter what you do, you can't kill my hope to have little grandkids all around.
Okay. And
And
Matilda picks up the lunch.
And you know that you're built for it. It wouldn't be an effort.
No, I don't want to hear it. No, no, she's leaving.
14 of them would be great.
No, Pippa.
She smiles. It only took me 9. As you
9
go out
what?
the kitchen.
Is she still in her full
Husbands.
helmet now, by the way?
It took her 9 husbands.
No, she has 9 kids. By 9 husbands.
God, everybody's just a conveyor belt on her. Damn.
No,
To be fair.
they can't handle her.
I'm gonna. Okay.
All full of force.
I'm gonna ask just real quick. Everyone else ready to go when Matilda comes out? Beat red.
Matilda's helmet is on and the faceplate is closed.
Is the helmet
Are
steamy?
you okay, Matilda?
Yes. And yes.
Did Matilda cast heat metal without needing a spell slot?
Yes. Let's go.
Neom is pushing her way away from the table. Even I can read that body language. Let's go.
Yeah. We're out of here. So,
Do you mind if I come with?
Yes.
yeah, sure. Come with.
No, yes, I do mind.
No.
I'm getting conflicting messages.
Zoya, she's got to give us the details about where we got to find our target. Okay.
I thought she gave that to us last night.
What?
I thought she gave that to you guys last night.
Could be other stuff. Look, it'll be fine, okay? Look, you're still on top of his head. If any problems, don't worry. I'll be right beside you, okay? Or under you,
Okay.
technically. Come on, Niam. Out. We're moving.
Excellent. As a question, where are we going?
There's an answer. You'll see.
Okay.
After probably.
And you guys can head out into the city of Grindavik.
Going straight to the teleportation circle, or do we need to deviate?
That's up to you guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking the group. Like,
I've always been against deviations.
Zoe's gonna be keeping an eye on Neom.
Okay, question then. I've got to ask.
Neom is
Just-
still
just try-
barefoot.
gotta- Are you still on Tyronius' head?
Yeah.
Okay, so does that mean that you're keeping an eye on her? Because Tyronius is right behind Matilda, who is heading the charge, I imagine. Does that mean that Zoya's, like, facing backwards?
No. Zoya's head can turn 180 degrees.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like hands on the horns, 180.
Yes. And if she goes to the other side, she just like turns her head 180 the other direction because she can't 360.
Yeah.
Well, Niam's not trying to avoid you guys at all. It's easy to track her. She goes directly with you guys. Where are you guys going?
Granik, do you need to pick up anything before we leave, or do you want to save it for now, Shop?
None of the stores had anything I needed.
Copy.
They explicitly said they didn't have what I needed.
All right, lover boy, looking down at Kia. Anything?
Call me that again, and I'll make a machine that'll cause you extreme discomfort.
Oh, you already do.
You hear
I'll
Niam.
make another one.
Here, you hear Niam. Really? What kind?
You've gotten us in enough trouble today. You got me in trouble with Pippa.
Me? Perhaps I should go talk to her.
No.
Trust me, you don't want to see what that ladle can do.
Maybe I
Play
would.
the ear if I wasn't sure you'd enjoy it. Come on.
I'm not sure you could reach.
I can reach your horns if I jump.
I can reach his horns because I'm on top of his head.
Just shakes his
You
head a little
cheat.
bit.
Niam smiles. I can reach his horn.
Wrong one.
And could you talk about something without making it? And he gestures vaguely.
Yes.
Matilda
He
shakes
wants
her
to-
head. No, she
He wants
cannot.
to put an endo to your innuendos.
She smiles. Yes, I can.
Please.
All right.
Wait. No, I can't.
I knew it. There it is.
I
Well,
like it.
Matilda pushes the faceplate of her helmet open and starts eating her breakfast from the bag.
I am
It's
gonna, okay. Tyrannus is gonna
eclairs
start
and donuts.
back. Nice. I am
Oh,
gonna
it's
say
all
something.
carbs. This is Pippa getting back at me.
No, it's not all carbs.
Oh.
They're bacon maple donuts.
Oh, the girl loves
That's still mostly carbs. Like flakes of bacon does not make
Who said
a protein.
flakes of bacon? No,
There's probably
Bacon
strips
stuffed.
baked into that.
bacon stuffed maple donuts.
What?
It's basically a bacon. Oh gosh, what are they called? Not chimichangas, but crap. I forgot what they're called.
Not enchilada. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
the sausage stuffed bread.
you. Oh, sausage roll.
Kind of like a sausage
Yes.
roll.
Okay. The person from the English
No,
colony.
churro, something totally different.
Anyway, so yeah, and Tyrannus is gonna walk backwards a little bit.
Kolache. They're basically a bacon stuffed kolache.
Nice. Also, Niam, and I'm telling you this one time. No comments about any of the friends, okay? Sexual innuendos are fun, but you did make Big Girl uncomfortable, okay?
I made
No.
her uncomfortable. How?
Self-conscious. So, I'll make sure that doesn't happen again, right?
She's going to walk gracefully, tiptoeing across the cobblestones up to Matilda. Matilda.
No, the Tyrannus is gonna block her.
She's going to look at you and she's going to try to get around you.
Can I try
Successful
and
or
stop
not,
her with my wing?
you
guys,
can
It's fine.
if you choose to, but you're going to have to touch her all over because she's going to use her body to press around you guys.
Zoe's gonna try and just stay through it.
Matilda, could I talk to you for a moment?
Yeah, did you get breakfast?
I did, thank you.
Tango spins and actually puts him right next to Matilda.
She stops without touching Matilda, and she looks up at you with the most contrite face you could possibly imagine from a puppy. I'm legitimately sorry for making you feel uncomfortable. It was not my intent. I'm only jealous. Will you please forgive me?
And have a hug.
Aw, that's the coldest hug she's ever had.
She
Like,
hugs you, and she whispers, "My, I really wish I smelled as good as you."
It's the eclairs.
For not being undead.
I'm not
Oh, you say
undead.
Okay, well, you can tell us what you are on the way. How far are we? How
I'm
close
an
are we to
elf.
teleportation?
Billy? Shadar
Oh,
Kai.
What's that?
Wait. Can I roll a history? Granak. Can I give him? Can I give Granak an advantage if he decides to do a history check, please?
Ow.
Grenek, would you roll history?
Yeah, but I'm waiting for him to explain how he's going to give me advantage.
Well, just discussing it, it's like I feel like I've heard that somewhere before, like especially in the tavern. Like, isn't someone? Anyway.
Listen, you're convincing Eric, not me. I don't care.
Okay, fuck it, I'll just roll it myself. Okay, but yeah, no, okay, Eric, does it work or no? I'm pretty sure I had one of
Yeah.
those, right?
Grenek with a 24. The Shadar Kai come from the Shintara Grove in the Fey Realms. They're refugees of darkness. The shadows from the Shintara Grove are what people fear at night, not the absence of light, but rather the fact that the Shintara Grove might be creeping into the material plane. The Shintara Grove is that terrifying that we're not actually afraid of the dark. We're afraid of what might be in the dark from there. The Shadar Kai. The Shadar Kai are the survivors of the shadows that corrupted the Shintara Grove. These are the refugees that escaped. The very few elves that made it out with only a touch of the corruption of the darkness.
Is that what?
They've lost most of the ability to feel emotions, and so they tend to go egregious and over the top in order to feel something. After all, the darkness drained most of it from them. Now, you find most Shadar Kai with piercings, tattoos, or crazy behaviors tied to dark magics in order to just feel something. The fact that she's a Shadar Kai makes sense.
Can you put the 2 words of fantasy in the chat?
Sure. And I think I actually have a picture of the Shintara Grove for you guys. Give me just a moment. So we can go ahead and give you guys a little bit of reference of what we're talking about. As Granek has a very high history check here, we're going to go ahead and reward that with an image of the Shintara Grove as it exists today. So here you guys go. The Shintara Grove.
Was it a train
That's-
wreck or?
Oh, it's just like
Neat.
desolate.
Ooh.
An
It
island
looks-
just of darkness.
So from the outside looking in, it looks like it was just pasted there. That's how dark it is. Wow.
Oh,
Well
looks
then.
like it's crawling out of a hole.
I'm definitely
It is
gonna be
the hole.
asking questions about
Things are
that.
crawling out of it.
Now, here's the fun part, Granek. You've heard a rumor.
Eh.
A recent
Oh, no.
rumor about the Shintara Grove as a section of Utherg now appears to be infected with a similar darkness. just north of Malaja Rock, the entire landscape has been changed into a realm of darkness and ice.
Ew.
Is that on the map?
Not sure if it's on this map. It is not on this map. I will be giving you guys the new version of the map, but I can show you where that is on the map. So we'll go ahead and pull it up on the map here. So here's the map. And if we go ahead and zoom out, we're going to go ahead and look down here at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And we're going to go to Utherg, and this is Malaja Rock here. And everything north of Malaja Rock in Utherg is now being referred to as the Dark Frost.
Here's
Not terribly original, but quite descriptive.
Malaja.
I'm sure you could take it up with management here. Let them know that they need to rebrand.
No, it's good branding. Well, you know what you get when you go there. Kind of like Waffle House.
If you guys did not see the Quack Bang article on Waffle House recently, I do recommend it.
Waffle House is modern Roman Colosseum.
I actually told Kier that he needs to watch it, and he
Yep.
did, and that was fun.
It's good.
But yeah.
What was the name of the continent one more time?
Utherg.
Utherg.
UTHURG.
Alright, so will we be able to make it to the teleportation circle before the end of the session?
Well, that's up to you guys. Are there any stops you'd like to make along the way?
Him and I said no.
No?
No,
All right.
You said they call the.
Well supplied.
You say they call the top of the area the Dark Frost now?
Correct.
Right.
Cool.
So which building was it that we stepped out of again for the teleportation winkies?
The
I
teleportation
can get.
center
I can
itself.
get us back there.
All right. So, as you guys head over there, you're able to pay for your way into the teleportation circle. And as the runes flare, you guys feel yourselves being torn apart by the crude magics here in Grindavik and find yourselves instead in Nausea.
No,
And that's
she came
where we're
with.
going to be leaving for tonight. And we will
We made it.
continue the adventure next week as you guys find yourselves in your hometown, ready for the next leg of your adventure.
And
Now.
the arm.
Here's the question, guys, because I like to ask this whenever we get to this point in time. Do you guys want to press start to continue, or do you want to start a new campaign?
Ooh, what?
Oh,
It's just
smash that start button.
Start button.
You've never seen a mash of the start button go so hard, Eric.
Okay. Very well.
I don't think I need to answer.
So, as Niam Durkatis teleports here with you, we will explore what happens next week for the Friday Night Lights. As always, guys, thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM. There's a ton of amazing ones out there, and I'm very thankful that you guys choose to level up your game with GM Eric. If you know someone who wants to play in my games, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them about either getting into a one-shot or getting on the waitlist for a campaign slot. That waitlist is getting longer. I actually added someone to it today, so do get on it as quickly as possible. Also, check out the Patreon over at patreon.com/GMEric. We're going to have a lot of announcements coming up on that, including more information about the Dark Frost, which is coming up soon. The GM tip videos and archives are over on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If you do watch those, do hit the thumbs up. It does help me out a ton. It makes me feel good that I'm making content that you're enjoying. Otherwise, guys, the clip contest is going on. We are going to do that drawing right now because
Yay!
someone's going to be winning that drinking horn. And we're going to go ahead and take care of that right now. And I'm pulling up the PDF here so that we can talk about that intelligently. There are 19 people on the list. There were only 19 clips in
Wow.
December. And so if you see the list there in the Discord in the FYI channel, that's where this is all posted. We're going to do a 1D19.
in the Twitch too.
So,
Do the list.
Sure. I'll
Yeah,
put the
so
list
Twitch
in
is
Twitch here. Sure. We'll put the list in Twitch. Absolutely. But with a 17, the person who wins is Phoenix. Congratulations, Phoenix.
Congratulations!
You're going to be getting a drinking horn with strap and metal lining and everything. It's really nice. You're going to be getting one of these in the mail. We'll go ahead and communicate with her. I don't think she's here at the moment, but we will communicate with her on Discord. So have a wonderful week, guys. Please stay safe. We'll be back tomorrow morning with us against the gods as they're sailing into Cordray Gruul themselves. We're going to see what happens there. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful time. Please stay safe. Check out toivoarpg.com. We've got the wiki up there. A lot of the names that you guys were encountering tonight are already on there and ready for you guys to go explore. So have a good time. We are going to do some hangouts here in the new year, so look for those announcements when they come, because it's going to be fun times. We did a whole bunch of them over the holidays, and I think I'm going to do a lot more of them.